from New South Wales. Looks like we're just about set to go down to the white line. We're away and racing in the fourth round of heats for the SummerSlam for Super Sedans. The other car out there is Wayne Dick in car number 7 out of New South Wales as they go round the western corner for the first time. Quite a while since we've seen Supers here, and of course, as you can see, the big cars take up a lot of the racetrack. Dempsey Pales holding the race lead, Tim O'Shea in hot pursuit. Back behind them is Darren Kane. Darren Kane underneath Tim O'Shea. Looks now for a pass on Dempsey Pales. Dempsey Pales, Darren Kane, Tim O'Shea. Justin Randell would be the next one, Bob McCosker. Here goes Darren Kane up the inside. Can he pull it up? In turn 1, drifts a little wide towards the fence, but hangs on. And something different. Car 36 is in the lead. Darren Kane. You haven't seen him, folks. You just watch the race car around the confines of Kingaroy Speedway. Dempsey Pales doing a good job back there in 2. Good battle for 3 between Tim O'Shea and Justin Randell, and Bob McCosker trying to get up involved in this as well. Wayne Dick is the car number 7. Back behind him is Glenn Bolter, and at the tail of the field is Darren Annig. But at the moment, it's by how far? Won all 3 feature races so far in the SummerSlam for this year. Darren Kane leads heat number 1. Battle Royal is for the minor placings as Dempsey Pales hangs the tail a little bit going down the back straight away. Tim O'Shea staying up high on the track. Can't find the drive that he wants up there. Bob McCosker, that's the Gladstone car, has got himself up into 4. Next one through there is Justin Randell. Chasing hard still is Wayne Dick. So the minor placings still up for grabs as Darren Kane puts another one down. Dempsey Pales doing a good job back there in 2. Tim O'Shea in 3. Bob McCosker would be the next one. They are arguing out positions 2, 3 and 4. Back then to Jason Randell, and then car number 7 of Wayne Dick. Action aplenty for position 2. Tim O'Shea thinking about an inside one. Dempsey Pales knows he's got to keep that inside wheel near the grass. The checkered flag for Darren Kane, and right at the end I would think that Tim O'Shea has got himself through into position 2. Dempsey Pales drifted offline, all it took, and Tim O'Shea gets himself up into position number 2. Put your hands together. Outside of him is Sean Black. Be a good charge this time, and it's Sean Black who gets the jump on the outside, but he can't hold on to it. Sam Rosa tucks it down low down the inside and goes into the race lead. One up high on the fence was Nicola. Gets it back down onto the race line, and we got one around. It's Mark O'Brien going the wrong way over there in the shade in the western corner.
And that's what we're going to get done.
Ready to go again. Sam Rosa on the inside, Sean Black on the outside. Go, we're racing. Justin Randell, sorry, it's Barry Towers tucked in there, coming right around the outside. Told you to watch him. It's our man from South Australia, Ryan Alexander. Look at the man go. High on the racetrack. Sam Rosa tries to take away the nose, trying to get the drive down low. It's not working. Up high on the racetrack, Ryan Alexander from the back of the pack. Around the outside he went and into the race lead. Up high on the track too is Peter Nicola. He's doing battle in there with Sean Black. The one right in front of them is Sam Rosa. David Mush, the local boy, is in this action as well. But it's Ryan Alexander. Caught everyone napping. Right around the outside. Peter Nicola trying to repeat the journey as well. Gets to the outside of Rosa. Can he get into second place? We got a two-lane racetrack for the Super Sedans as Ryan Alexander continues on his leading way. Peter Nicola into Sam Rosa, stays down low. Sean Black would be the next one, David Bush. Then we go to Barry Towers, Mark O'Brien and Graham Elliott. We got a challenge for the lead as Peter Nicola likes it up there on the boards. Here he goes. We got him too wide in the western corner. Nicola high, Ryan Alexander low. Side by side down the main straightaway. Nothing between them. It's still Peter Nicola high on the track and he's going to take it. He gets it out in the fresh air. Our Victorian man, Peter Nicola. Ryan Alexander fights back, can't do anything about it. Sam Rosa in a battle royal for position 3. David Mush is in there, so is Sean Black. We got Super Sedans 3 wide. Back at the front, here comes Ryan Alexander. Back underneath Peter Nicola. He hasn't had enough yet. Another one down, and Ryan Alexander goes back into the race lead. Can Nicola go around the outside again? Western corner, Ryan Alexander opened up a little bit of a lead. White flag out, Nicola's gone very high. Onto the boards, losing a bit of traction. Sean Black is up in position 3. Sam Rosa, David Mush. But it is our South Australian visitor. Ryan Alexander takes the checkered. Peter Nicola, Sean Black, Sam Rosa, David Mush. Barry Towers in front of Mark O'Brien and Graham Elliott. Well, Kingaroy, that's super. Car number 4 to lead them into the start line is Lee Williams. Lachlan Onley is outside of him. Vic Nicola is the car 3. On the outside, Matty Pascoe. Got him side by side down the back chute. In trouble trying to get the car going in the right direction was Lee Williams, with it oversteering on him. That allows Lachlan Onley, the New South Wales campaigner, to say catch me if you can. Mick Nicola gets through underneath or around the outside of Lee Williams and goes into position number 2. Williams having trouble getting the car around the corners. Now he seems to have got things sorted out as the car fits into a groove right now. Oh no, Trevi's climbed the wall. Red light will be on. A lap and a half, and Trevi Barron has tipped it over, climbing up the wall.
Travis upside down, crash crew and fire crew in attendance. It's a pretty soft rollover, to be honest. He's A-OK. Fire crew just checking over, make sure there's not too much methanol or fuel around, keeping the site nice and safe. Travis got his helmet off, just unplugging his one-way communication. Travis has called me over with a microphone.
G'day, Ryan. Good view here. Hey, Tan, I just want to tell you, it's all okay, but I thought you didn't have to want to see my chassis this early. Yeah, that's all right.
How about that, folks? Put your hands together for him. Travis Barron is giving you a blow-by-blow description from inside the upside-down cockpit.
Well, that's never been done before. He's got probably a little blood rush at the moment as well. You can see the crash crew here. That's the underside for the people at home watching. Remember, chassis, purpose-built on the chassis. You can see the chassis rails there. Quick change rear end in the back of those things. A little bit of damage to the car. This is all tin work, all this stuff here, all bolt-on panels. It's all all pretty cosmetic. Ladies and gentlemen, Travis Zinter out of the car. Put your hands together. This guy, President, South Burnett Speedway Club, putting on a show. How about that? SRE, SSA National Street Stock Championship right here in Lucas Hall, Kingaroy Speedway, and the boss man's taking it to the extreme. Travis, that's an interesting start to the night.
Yeah, I've never really done that here at Kingaroy before, but I guess I've got a little column A, column B. I got me talent mixed up, and I seen Pascal and I went, I passed him. So I just stayed out there and a little bit too wide.
A little bit too wide, ran out of real estate, and there's not too much damage there, it's pretty soft.
Yeah, probably didn't run out of too much real estate, ran out of talent.
No, not at all. You probably did more damage in your BA that time we went to Blackwater and rolled over.
Well, it's about nearly the same amount of laps. Like all of 2 least, we didn't have to drive for 9 hours to do it.
That's exactly right. Good job by Travis Barron.
Close to Lachlan Onley. Mick Nicola will be trying really hard. Off and running to the outside of the hat they go. Lachlan Onley chasing him through is Mick Nicola. Lee Williams coming to grips with the racetrack now as Matty Williams gets underneath Jason Campbell. Here comes Lee Williams down the inside. The racetrack drying out a little bit for him and getting drive, and have a look, Matty Williams in there as well. Back to Jason Campbell and Matt Pascoe. Lachlan Onley, the race leader, got a good lead as they head down the main straightaway. Back behind him is Lee Williams. He's got his hands full now. Mick Nicola still wants a little bit of that action. Then we've got Matt Williams in battle with Jason Campbell, and Matt Pascoe trailed out at the moment at the back of the pack. Underneath the control tower. Another lap down on the journey for Lachlan Onley. Don't know whether Lee Williams can make an impression and can close any of that gap on him as they head down the main straightaway again. Lachlan Onley tips the car into turn number 1. Chasing hard. Lee Williams has got plenty of speed. In car number 4, they've dropped off Nicola, who's now falling back into the grips of the second Williams car. And Matt Williams underneath the control tower again, as Matt Williams has a little look down the inside of Mick Nicola. Nicola shuts the door. Jason Campbell is still in the action, and Matt Pascoe underneath the control tower yet again for Lachlan Onley. Pascoe gets himself off the tail of the field. Jason Campbell goes back to the back of the pack. Down the main straightaway yet again. And Lee Williams is still thinking of that inside pass on Lachlan Onley, as Matt Williams is still thinking of one on Mick Nicola. They're in their final lap around the western corner. Lachlan Onley will hold on. Onley takes the checkered flag to the better of Lee Williams. Good drive, Mick Nicola. Great battle.
Cannot see anything with the sun.
I'll just make it up, Rhino. Good evening, everybody. Here we go. Heat 22. They're away and racing. Darren Giacometti on the inside, and on the outside is Robbie Foe. Robbie Foe takes the lead. Back in third place is the 74 car of Lenny Bates. Morris Ahern is there as well, and those drivers are in 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th and 11th place on points as they head down the main straight, the first of 12 occasions, and it's the 2 times national champion out in front, Robbie Foe. Second place is 74 car of Lenny Bates. Giacometti third. Ahern in 4th place. 1 car going around the outside would be Nathan Barbara or Brad Mendez. They're 3 wide in the western corner, and one of those cars has been spat out. Also coming through is the 5 car, and that of course is Mick Dan. Back behind them is Barbara, then Jack Stead. It was Mendez who got spat out, and he's gone back to second last. Out in front though, it's the Foe train, Robbie Foe out in front. Second place is 74 of Lenny Bates, Darren Giacometti in third. 4th place is Morris Ahern as they come past us once again and complete lap number 3. Hope you're enjoying the action here at Kingaroy. Big crowd in. So head down the back straight. 6th place is the 88 of Nathan Barbara, then Jack Stead and Stewie Robinson. So move down the main straight once again, looking straight into the sun from my vantage point. Our race leader is Robbie Foe. Not far behind him is the 74 car of Lenny Bates, also Giacometti. Behind Giacometti is the 34 car of Morris Ahern. Fifth place is Mick Dan, then back to Barbara in sixth. A gap back to Jack Stead, who leads the second half of the field. It's the only race where there's a full field of cars. All 11 are out there as we come up with 5 down and 7 to go. Our race leader is Robbie Foe. The winning lead at the moment is 1.06. Second place, Lenny Bates, Giacometti third. They're separated by about the same margin. A gap back to Morris Ahern. Fifth place is car number 5, driven by Mick Dan. Started from 7 up to 5th. They say pass us once again, halfway home in the opening heat of the night. Heat number 22 of the SRE National Street Stock title here at the Lucas Oils Kingaroy Speedway. And our race leader is Robbie Foe. Bates in second, Giacometti third.
Oh,
and we have a spin on the back straight.
Yeah, Jack Stan and Stewie Robinson involved, and that was the first real melee, or mini melee.
Here we go with green action. Massive crowd in, both at home and here. And they're back underway with half a dozen to go. And Lenny Bates is going to make life very interesting for our race leader, Robbie Foe. Back to Giacometti in third place and Morris Ahern. Oh, Giacometti's hit the fence. He's turned right in the left-hand corner and has bounced off the fence and kept on going, but he's gone back to last. And Robbie Foe has lost the lead going out of turn 2. He went wide, and Lenny Bates in the green 74 said thank you very much.
Oh, Brad Mendes has turned around on the main over the pit straight and is...
It's going to have to be a stoppage, surely. He's in the middle of the straight.
Yeah.
Yellows have come on.
So last completed lap, Robbie Foe might get a little reprieve there.
He does.
Jason?
He does indeed. And watching the timing monitor, they flick back to the last completed lap and Robbie Foe. 5 to go. It's Robbie Foe, Lenny Bates, Morris Ahern, Mick Dan, Nathan Barbler and Jack Stead, your first half dozen. The revs increase. The green flag is held out from the top of the fence. We're back underway. And Lenny Bates will be looking for a move shortly to pass Robbie Foe once again as they head up into the western corner. It's Foe who leads. He's out off the curb. Lenny Bates is looking for an inside move as they come down past us. He levels up. Robbie Foe shuts the door as they head into the back straight. Back to Morris Ahern in third. Mick Dan doing a good job. He's there in fourth. Barbler fifth. There's moves coming further back. That'd be Corey Sandow who's moving up as well. Giacometti is right up there with the crowd. He's high, white and handsome as he has been for most of the weekend. We've got 4 laps to go here. 3 to go, sorry. And it's on for young and old. An inquiry flag has come out for a car in the middle of the pack there, the main chasing body. And out in front, Robbie Foe will come up this time with 2 to go as they come down the main straight. Robbie Foe just in front from Lenny Bates. A gap back then to the main body of the field, headed by Morris Ahern. On the outside is Mick Dan. Back then to Barbara in 5th place, Corey Sandow. Jack Stead, Giacometti on the outside. On the inside is Stewie Robinson. Back to Mendes and the 31 of Murray Batley. They come down the main straight. They'll come into the corner and see the white flag. 1 lap of Kingaroy to go in heat 22 of the national title. And Robbie Foe is doing his points tally. The world of good here. He leads up into the western corner for the final time. He'll come down the main straight and will take the victory in heat number 22. He'll win by a car length over a fast finishing 74, Lenny Bates. Third will go to 5, Mick Dan. Back to Morris Ahern, Nathan Barbler, Corey Sandow, Darren Giacometti, Stewie Robinson, Brad Mendes, Murray Batley, and we've lost Jack Stead. And we've got a bumper that has come astray after the race as well. It's all happening.
Robbie Foe, good job, buddy.
Yeah, cheers. I think I was giving that a little bit. Just got straightened up a little bit. But, obviously things went my way. I had a few things not go my way for the exact same thing last night. But, obviously Batesy's the man between him, Barry, and Lockie. They're definitely the form cars.
Needed those points, didn't you?
Yeah, well, obviously we're in 10th. By that should jump us in front of Batesy, in front of Mick Dan, and in front of Morris Oggy Ahern. And there's still plenty of guys that are just in front of me to still have their races. So if they don't win, I'm taking their points too.
Beautiful stuff. Well done, mate. Good job, Robbie Foe. Race engines.
Yes, here we go. A field of 9, heat number 23, their final qualifying heat for this group of cars. The green lights come on. And it's Dale Riley Jr. in 75 from Tassie who leads them away. And a lot of Tassie people listening tonight after Hobart was washed out. He leads the Queensland champion. Stephen English into the western turn. Back to Brooke Ferguson in third place. Andrew Norton's gone via the Cape. He's gone that wide. He's probably just about back in Broome. He's gone back to second last. It's Dale Riley Jr. who leads those. Stephen English in second. Ferguson third. Back in fourth is Andy Maxwell Jr. Then Scott Bull. And it's got to have Scott out there. He had all sorts of dramas last night. In fact, didn't start a race. Back in sixth place is David Barry, Jason DeGoldie, Cherie Barron and Andrew Norton. We've done 2. We've got 10 to go in heat number 23 of the national title here at the Lucas Oils Kingaroy Speedway. And out in front, it is Dale Riley Jr. by a car length. So move out of the western corner and down the main straight. And the Queensland champion, Stephen English, looking to get past the Tasmanian. He levels up on the inside as Dale Riley Jr. goes wide and Stephen English hits the front. They hook themselves up. And here comes the quick lady driver from Victoria, Brooke Ferguson. She pokes the nose underneath of Dale Riley Jr. and heads into second place as they come down the main straights of Ferguson up to second. Dale Riley Jr. in the space of a lap's gone from first to third. Right there also is the 51 of Scotty Bull. And we've got them starting to stack up like they did in the concluding heats last night. And behind them is Andy Maxwell Jr. and David Barry. Have a look at them go down the main straight. Brooke Ferguson all over the back end of Stephen English as they head into turn 1 and 2. English by a car length. Scotty Bull is up on the curb, tries to come underneath of Dale Riley Jr. Couldn't make it work. Back then to Andy Maxwell and David Barry. Jason DeGoldie a little bit further back than Cherie Barron and Andrew Norton. But certainly all the action is at the front of the field. They're going here, there and everywhere. The 75 got offline. Dale Riley Jr. goes back to fourth. Andy Maxwell Jr. also nearly got through, and David Barry trying to get under him. It's a three-way go now. It's Stephen English just in front. Brooke Ferguson is there, and the other orange car comes underneath of Brooke Ferguson. That's Scott Bull. We've done 7. We've got 5 to go. Ferguson shuts the gate on Scott Bull and goes right across the gate, goes onto the infield. The yellow lights have come on, and we've got ourselves a stoppage. Well, what will happen here, Rhino? You were pretty good with the predictions last night. Well, they haven't had much to cheer about. Hasn't been many Queensland victories. Can we get one here? Stephen English has to survive 5 laps, and Brooke Ferguson is right on his back bumper. Dale Riley Jr. in third, Andy Maxwell in fourth. Back in fifth is David Barry, and then back to Jason DeGoldie in sixth. Already Scott Bull has passed 2 cars at the back of the field. Down the main straight they come. 8 down and 5 to go, and 8 down to 4 to go, if only I could count. So go down the back straight. It's Stephen English in front. Ferguson in second place. Dale Riley Jr. third. A little bit of a gap to Andy Maxwell Jr. in fourth. And in fifth place, the 83 of David Barry. More trouble for Brooke Ferguson. Got offline, and around the outside comes Dale Riley Jr. from Tassie. Might get back into second place. They run side by side out of 2 and down the back straight. Look at the big crowd up there in the western corner watching the action. Ferguson back into second. Dale Riley Jr. is under pressure now from Andy Maxwell Jr. He shuts the gate for the moment with 2 to go. The inquiry flag is out. Not quite sure quite on who. It's on someone in the middle of the pack. Might be Andy Maxwell Jr. 1.5 to go. Stephen English out in front. And he's doing nicely. He'll come up the main straight and greet the white flag. 1 lap of Kingaroy to go here at the showgrounds. Brooke Ferguson second, Dale Riley Jr., Andy Maxwell Jr. Back then to David Barry, Jason DeGoldie as they head down the back straight the last time. Back to Scott Bull, Andrew Norton and Cherie Barron as they head out of the western corner the final time. Come on, Kingaroy, the Queensland champion is first home. Stephen English takes the win. Second to Brooke Ferguson, third to Dale Riley Jr. Fourth place will go the way of Andy Maxwell, David Barry, Jason.
Queensland champion from Gympie. I'm sure he's looking for the Queensland title. But well done, mate. Good job.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, we needed that. That's for sure. That was good. It's good to finally get some decent amount of points. So it's good.
Been a tough weekend. There's no way to beat around the bush. These guys are good, aren't they?
Yeah, that's it. Like on a normal night, we've had a really good night last night, but yeah, not on this occasion.
Some tough work to do. I'm sure you're looking forward to Gympie next weekend.
Yeah, absolutely. Be good to be defending the title on the home track. But I just want to say thanks to Darren Lyon, Paul Razum, Nigel Malvina, Justin Jenkins, Mum, Dad, all the family, Brandon, Tiff, Rel, Hayden, Jaden, Ryan, Troy, and all the other boys for supporting me. And let's hope forward we have a good rest of the night.
Beautiful stuff. Well done, ladies and gentlemen. The Queensland champion. We get one up for Queensland. Give it up for Stephen English.
Here we go. All about set to go. Green lights come on and Ricky Throckmorton leads them past us the first time. Charge of the light brigade further back. They could be 5 wide if you don't mind down there. Definitely 4. And it's on for young and old. They sort of get a little bit more sedate down to 3 wide into the back straight. And it's, anybody's guess who will come out of that. But it's Throckmorton who leads. Thompson in second place. John Lodge is out there. He's in third. Ben Langton fourth. Back to Alex Doblow, Evan Wakefield, Travis Hutchison, Jamie Locke and Jonathan Crown. Now Jamie Locke is the second highest point scorer after night number 1. He's tucked away back in 7th place and a long way from the lead. One who isn't a long way from the lead is John Lodge, who was impressive last night. He was in the top half dozen and he's moved up into 2nd place now. So John Lodge out after Ricky Throckmorton, and I reckon we could have a good race here as they come down into turns 3 and 4. It's Throckmorton just ahead of John Lodge. Peter Thompson in 3rd place. Ben Langton 4th. The West Australian Evan Wakefield in 5th place. Then back to Jamie Locke. 7th place is Travis Hutchison, Alex Doblow and Jonathan Crown. Well, he hasn't quite got underneath, or has he? They're side by side coming out of 3 and 4. And taking the lead is John Lodge as they move up the main straight. What has Throckmorton got for Lodge? He hasn't got anything at this point in time, and John Lodge takes the lead. Throckmorton in 2nd, Peter Thompson 3rd. They're coming up on Jonathan Crown as they move out of turns 3 and 4. Jonathan Crown holding his line, and John Lodge goes around the outside. Back in 4th place, Evan Wakefield, Langton and Locke. Back then to Doblow in 7th place. He's tacked onto that group. Have a look at the action for 2nd place now. Peter Thompson has gone underneath of Throckmorton as they went around the outside of Jonathan Crown. Then the main body of the field, a 4th place Wakefield. Locke in 5th. Langton gets offline. He's up and over the curb and may be able to come around the outside and be Travis Hutchison. Back then to Alex Doblow, and Jonathan Crown is about to be beset upon by Evan Wakefield and Jamie Locke. They're in 4th and 5th. Our leaders are past us once again. 7 down and 5 to go. It's John Lodge out in front from Peter Thompson. 3rd place is Ricky Throckmorton. Then it's Evan Wakefield and Jamie Locke. We've got one car up against the wall. The green lights are remaining on for the moment. That looks like it could have been Jonathan Crown. There's a battle on for 4th and 5th now between Evan Wakefield and Jamie Locke. They're into it good and proper. Side by side down the main straight they go. John Lodge, though, leading them a merry dance at this stage in heat number 24. Started out as 6, leads this one comfortably from Thompson in 2nd place, who started out of 4, and 3rd place Ricky Throckmorton, who started on the front row. Locke and Wakefield still going hammer and tongs for their end, the minor end of the prize. It's either going to be 4th or 5th. 2nd and 3rd we go back to here. It's Thompson and Throckmorton with 2 to go. Wakefield and Locke still fighting it out for 5th and 4th, and right behind them is Travis Hutchison. Our leader will be back with us in a moment around Jonathan Crown. White flag is out, 1 to go, and it's all John Lodge. 2nd place is Peter Thompson. 3rd place Throckmorton. Back then to Jamie Locke, Evan Wakefield, and in 6th place is Travis Hutchison. Ben Langton back in 7th, and behind Langton is our race leader, who's actually right behind Alex Doblow. Here's the checker flag, and John Lodge wins comfortably. 2nd place will go the way of Peter Thompson for Ricky Throckmorton. 4th place will be Jamie Locke ahead of Evan Wakefield, who finishes 5th. 6th place is Travis Hutchison. A long way back then to Ben Langton.
Hey, good job, mate, making a habit of this.
Yeah, it's not too bad. I was expecting I just wanted to finish because I qualified pretty high, but a win, that's going to be good. So hopefully in the final we can go just as quick, if not as good. So
that's right. A little bit different tonight. A little bit racy, a little bit more juice out there.
It is actually. It's not well. If it's going to stay like this, I'd love it because you could go anywhere, high, low. It's got grip everywhere. But I wouldn't be here without Caves beats Dino Tuning, SRE, Highway Ford, and like I said, my main sponsor, John Lodge Water Cartage. And also I'd like to thank my parents, mum and dad. My sister come from New South Wales, and my girlfriend Brittany, she's up there cheering me on. But anyway, yeah, we'll make sure we try harder in the future and see how we go.
Beautiful stuff. Well done to John Lodge.
Heat number 25 of 28 qualifying heats. Green lights are on. We are away, going the traditional way. Dion Wood has dropped back immediately after being at the front, and Stephen Gardner from South Australia leads them down the back straight. Bo Saunders is there, and also Matthew Storer as they head out of the western corner and back down the main straight. Bob Wakefield from Western Australia is having a good run, which is good news. He's had some horrid run of luck in recent years in national titles. We weren't here last night. This is his 19th appearance. He was winning a heat race last night, and the car basically stopped in front of the field, but he's up there in third at the moment, going beautifully. Fourth is Matt Hammond from Tasmania. Our race leader, though, is Stephen Gardner after 2. Second place is Bo Saunders, then Bob Wakefield, Matt Hammond, Darren Forrest, Matthew Storer, Dion Wood and Troy Langley. That's the order. Third and fourth is under dispute. It's Matt Hammond up in the western corner, moves into third place. And it's Bob Wakefield going back to fourth, Darren Forrest in fifth. It's a Sunday drive for Steve Gardner, though. He is well clear, 3.2 seconds clear to be exact. Second place is Bo Saunders. Back in third place, Matt Hammond, then Bob Wakefield, Darren Forrest, Dion Wood. Matthew Storer still going after hitting the concrete wall. And also back there is Troy Langley. A leader is out nearly by 4 seconds now. It's getting bigger and bigger. Making all the moves is Matt Hammond from Tasmania, up into second place. He needs some big points. He had a couple of issues last night. Fourth place is still Bob Wakefield. Fifth place behind him is the 41 car of Darren Forrest. They are spread out like Brown's cows. Darren Forrest comes underneath of Wakefield, goes into fourth. Back to Dion Wood, Storer and Langley. Our race leader is more than half a lap ahead of the last car, and the gap is getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
He is
halfway
flying.
home. He is, absolutely. 18.3 is his quick lap. That's as quick as anyone's gone tonight. His lead is almost 4 seconds right now at the moment. There's a big margin back to third as well.
And look how different the two leaders are at the moment, Jace. Matt Hammond, the car is a lot softer sprung, and you can see it, folks. They're really leaning over on that right rear at the moment. He's really laying over, and he bangs onto the cushion where it is right now, and it hikes the front wheels in the air. Now we look forward to Stevie Gardner, the race leader, in the EL Falcon, single or live axle, and compared to the independent rear end, and he's very, very straight and racy at the moment. But I'll tell you what, Matt Hammond, I think, just put a really good lap time in and closed the gap a little, Jace.
He certainly did. You're not cheating on your mobile phone, I hope, but he certainly has closed the gap. No doubt about that. The margin's back to 3 seconds the last time around. Hammond trying to close the gap on Stephen Gardner. It's still 3 seconds. Third place is up for dispute. Bo Saunders and Darren Forrest both got offline as the floodlights come on here at the Kingaroy Showgrounds. Back in fifth is Bob Wakefield, Dion Wood, Storer and Langley. They've got 2 to go. We're on lap number 10. The action is actually for third and fourth and also for last at the moment. Out in front, Gardner's lead has been trimmed back to 2.5 seconds by Matt Hammond. Bo Saunders still holding third place from Darren Forrest. Every point vital tonight. White flag comes on display. Gardner is home and hosed. Mind you, the margin is down to 2 and a bit seconds now. Hammond is really closing it, but he won't close quick enough. Forrest has got into third. Bo Saunders back to fourth. Bob Wakefield, as he has done for most of this race, has been driving by himself in fifth. Back to Dion Wood, Matthew Storer and Troy Langley, but there's our winner, Stephen Gardner from South Australia. That's his second victory of the championship. Matt Hammond in second place. Back to third is Darren Forrest. Bo Saunders is fourth. And good on Bob Wakefield after all the dramas he's had. He's finished a race. He's back there in fifth. Dion Wood is sixth. Back to Matthew Storer and Troy Langley. 3 minutes 52. Set for a start. The green lights come on. Jared Peacock leads this one away. Back to Michael Clark. This is a star-studded lineup. This one as they head up into the western corner. And Jamie Oldfield is right up against the concrete wall. He's up there with Lee Gooding at this stage. Gooding is on the inside, goes underneath the Michael Clark. And on the inside is Megan Forrest. Jamie Oldfield still right up near the wall. He's losing ground. On the inside there is the 47 car of Craig Buchanan as they head up into the western corner for the second time. Your race leader is Jared Peacock. Well, Lee Gooding has taken the lead in car number 71. Forrest is back there in third place. The 98 car of Michael Clark's back in fourth. Fifth place would be that of Reese Heinrich. Sixth place is Buchanan. Jamie Oldfield goes under both of those. Right here in front of us in the control tower, it's Gooding out in front though. Coming back at Lee Gooding is the 63 of Jared Peacock. And Jared Peacock, who had a win last night in that thriller in the last qualifier, leads this one through. As they head down into the western corner again, Peacock leads Gooding. Third place, Megan Forrest. Fourth place would be that of Michael Clark. Jamie Oldfield in fifth. I think may have been given the inquiry flag for that pass a couple of laps ago. Back in sixth place is Buchanan and Heinrich. Very close together. Oldfield goes underneath of Clark. Now tries to come underneath of Megan Forrest there. That didn't work. Coming back on the outside is Michael Clark on Megan Forrest. Meanwhile, Lee Gooding's back in front. So Gooding has taken the lead back from Jared Peacock. It's all happening in this one. Third place is now Michael Clark. Fourth place is Megan Forrest. Jamie Oldfield tucked away in fifth place. Back then to Craig Buchanan and Reese Heinrich as they head up into the western corner. We'll come up with 6 down and 6 to go. I reckon this is, well, now it's back to Lee Gooding in front. Jared Peacock has gone back to third. Second place is the 98 of Michael Clark. Oldfield's up to fourth. Forrest back to fifth. Also there is Reese Heinrich and Craig Buchanan. Back then to Michael Freeman and Brandon Huff. But out in front though, it's Lee Gooding. This has had a few lead changes. Oldfield comes underneath of Jared Peacock, who's gone back to fourth, and the leader spins. The leader has spun. Lee Gooding has gone from first to fourth. Chocolates to board lollies on a Sunday night on January 1. And now out in front it's Michael Clark by a car length on Jamie Oldfield. Down the back straight they go. Oldfield trying to get underneath of Michael Clark, can't do so. The officials watching very closely as they come past. Out in front it's Michael Clark with 4 to go. In fact, it is just 0.4 of a second separating the two of them. Back to Jared Peacock in third. Now they're coming up to lap the 93 of Brandon Huff. Out of turn 4 they come. Clark by Carling. Jamie Oldfield right on his back bumper. And Jared Peacock back there in third. The yellows have come on. Megan Forrest is in the wall over there on the back straight. And we've got a stoppage.
Oh, well, it was starting to get interesting up the front. You saw Jamie Oldfield.
All about set to go. Green lights are on. 4 laps to go. Jamie Oldfield immediately looks to the inside of Michael Clark as they head up into the western corner. Clark and Oldfield level up out of the back straight they come. Clark just in front, but Oldfield has the inside advantage, and Jamie Oldfield has hit the front as they come out of turn number 4 and up the main straight. Jamie Oldfield leads from Michael Clark back to Jared Peacock. Lee Gooding is there in fourth, Buchanan in fifth, Reese Heinrich back then to Michael Freeman and Brandon Huff. Down the main to the back straight they come into 3 and 4. There'll be 2 to go this time around. And Jamie Oldfield is your race leader. Second place was Michael Clark. Third place is Jared Peacock, who's been in first, second, third, fourth and fifth race in this race. Now he's back in second because Michael Clark has made a hash at the western corner and he's gone back to third. Lee Gooding comes back on the outside of Buchanan, and right there is Reese Heinrich. It's a pretty hotly contested affair for the miners, but out in front Jamie Oldfield heads up into the western corner the final time, past the big crowd on the bank. Down the back straight he comes, and Jamie Oldfield is going to win his final heat of the night. Heat number 26 is Jamie Oldfield first. Jared Peacock recovers for second. Clark third, Buchanan fourth, Heinrich fifth, and Lee Gooding. By goodness, did he have some different positional changes in that race.
Got a smile on his face. He said he had to work for that. You certainly did, mate.
Yeah, what an idiot. I had to go on the top. The water was in the middle, so I had to go on the top, and yeah, it didn't stick at all, and I got, kind of got stuck out there. I couldn't get back to the bottom, but when we did, we moved forward again.
Yeah, car's pretty good. Looked pretty racy.
Yeah, it's not too bad. It's close. I don't think we're going to do much. That should put us sort of around 10-12 in the feature, I would think. So that's a start. We're in the A. We just got to go from there.
Absolutely, mate. Well done. Good job. This is good to watch this fellow. He ran second in a national.
Here we go. The penultimate heat. That means the second last. The green lights have come on. As they move out of turn 1 and 2, Brett Barron leads. Well, Brett Barron doesn't lead. He's slipped himself off the track. And taking the lead now would be Buchanan. Dylan Jarman's in there. Jaden Dredge has moved to third place. So go through the western corner, one car high, white and handsome. So the 3 times national champion in Brad McClure. It's not working though. He's still stuck out there. On the outside is, the inside is Michelle Barbara. Riley Haynes isn't there. Well, maybe it is working. He's moved up to 4th. He's up near the concrete. One car got spat out there. That was Riley Haynes in the 3. And our early leader has gone back to last and is on the infield. Brett Barron, he's been joined by Haynes. So 2 of them out early. Out in front, it's car 2, Anthony Buchanan from Dylan Jarman, Jaden Dredge. And back then to Brad McClure. He'd really like to win this race, which will give him an opportunity to start on the front row after Jamie Locke wasn't able to win this heat. Yep, one big crash here. Peden has spun himself into the wall on the main straight.
Oh, I had a big tank slap coming past Grandy's chip wagon and got right in there. He probably spun enough to not have massive contact with the concrete. You can see the marks there on the wall where he's gone in. Where red, it probably doesn't need that, but
there's bad news for him because he was actually 16th on points. He was hanging on by the skin of his teeth.
See if the watch link or the diff hat was broken because it was wobbling all around. He's keen to keep going. Now he's throwing his hands up in the air. Well, anyway, here we go, Jace.
Yep, he waited a bit too long. The green lights have come on, and Anthony Buchanan leads them down the back straight from Dylan Jarman. Back in third is Jaden Dredge. He's on the outside there of the 3 times national champion in Brad McClure. Jarman now comes up on the outside. Dredge comes up on the outside of Jarman. And Brad McClure behind the pair of them. So Dredge, Jaden Dredge in the all black 13 takes second place with a big move round the outside of Dylan Jarman. And behind them is Brad McClure. So McClure needs to get his skates on. A good result here will put him on the front row. He needs to win to confirm that. As they go up into the western corner, it is Anthony Buchanan from South Australia out in front from Jaden Dredge, who's starting to loom large in the 13 car as they move out of turn 2 and down the back straight. And look at that big crowd on the bank watching them go past. Back in third place, it's Brad McClure. Then it's Dylan Jarman, a gap back to the rest of them. Ashley Barron, Michelle Barbara and Brett Barron. Down the main straight they come into 1 and 2. Buchanan leads and Brad McClure has taken second place from Jaden Dredge. Back in fourth place it's the 17 of Dylan Jarman. Then it's a battle for 5th and 6th between Barron and Michelle Barbara. Barron back on the inside as they move into the main straight. Buchanan by a car length.
Look at McClure, he is swarming over the back. Buchanan really starting to struggle on the cushion there. You can see the live axle just really unsettled and it picks nearly the left rear up as it hits the cushion going through 3 and 4 there. Look at Brad McClure. He is racing at the moment. Will he have a look on the outside or will he stick it up on the inside?
Well, he's got 4 laps to think about it. I reckon he's going to go for an inside move. Here it comes. Can't quite get it done. Anthony Buchanan holds the lead out of the western corner and back into the main straight. They'll come up with 3 to go this time around. Will he go the outside? Coming out of 1 and 2. He's off the curb.
He'll go to the outside, Jason.
Yep, he's taken the lead.
Right around the top and gets over into the lead. That was beautifully done. Absolute class on display.
As they head down into the main straight, the white flag comes out. 1 lap to go. Back in second place is Anthony Buchanan. Jaden Dredge in third place. And then in fourth place is Dylan Jarman. They move out of turn 4 the last time. And Brad McClure is going to take the win. Checker flag on display. McClure first. Second place Buchanan. Then Jaden Dredge. Oh, trouble. One in the fence here at the finish. Dylan Jarman up against the wall. Fourth place is going to go the way. Well, he's gone again after the race. Right in front of Ashley Barron. It's all happening here at the concluding stages. 18.333 was...
Good job, mate. Well done.
Yeah, cheers for that. Had a bit of trouble the first half. Had a little bit of a miss in it. For some reason it was laying over and it wasn't getting full powers. I don't know whether it's the heat or the fuel's hot or something of a little gremlin I had a while ago has come back, but the right man for the job's out in the pits. Raz is out there. I'll get him to come and have a look when he's got a minute. All credit to the track guys. It's definitely pretty racy now. You can run too wide as the show wasn't game enough to put up high at the start because of the water, but towards the end it was good. And credit to the club and all the club sponsors.
Beautiful stuff. Well done, Brad McClure. He's done it well 3 times.
Coming into this lucky last. All about set to go. Away and racing in the lucky last. And Mark McGilvray leads them. Gareth Keith is there. They're coming from here, there and everywhere up the back straight into the western corner. Anthony Bear is up to third place. He's now making a move from the outside. They're half track high and above. And in the lead at the moment is Luke Hollyman. Second place is Anthony Bear. Nigel O'Neill is there as well. And Mark McGilvray, but it's Hollyman out in front. Hollyman, your race leader. Anthony Bear looking for an inside move. It's Luke Hollyman, half track high, Bear down low on the track as they come past us for the second time. Anthony Bear takes the lead, Hollyman second. Now wait for a move from Mark Jennings. Jennings is there and Hollyman fights back. Hollyman fights back and takes back the lead. So Hollyman back in front in car 12. He doesn't care who it is on the inside or what his reputation is. Luke Hollyman throwing everything but the kitchen sink. Anthony Bear back in front. So it's Bear, Hollyman and Mark Jennings, the 1995 champion. They're the first three. Back then to Nigel O'Neill and Mark McGilvray. He's in fifth place. It's Anthony Bear by a car length. Here comes Hollyman again on the outside, if you don't mind. It's Anthony Bear, Hollyman, and right there is Mark Jennings. Oh, grandstand finish coming up. A big call, I know. We're still 8 laps to go. But here comes Jennings. On the outside is Luke Hollyman into the western corner. And now it's Anthony Bear. And with him is Mark Jennings, the man who owns all the Hawaiian shirts as they come into turn number 3 and 4. It's Mark Jennings who has the quick lap of the race. He's out after Anthony Bear. Back then in third place is Luke Hollyman. Then it's Nigel O'Neill and David Barbler up in fifth place. We'll come up to the halfway mark in heat number 24, the final heat. 6 down and 6 to go. It's Anthony Bear by a car length over Mark Jennings. In third place, it's Luke Hollyman. Back in fourth place, Nigel O'Neill, then David Barbler and Mark McGilvray. But this one's going to go to the wire, mark my words. We've got 5 to go this time around. Down the main straight they come to the control tower. It's Anthony Bear by a car length over Mark Jennings. The two veteran drivers that hold 4 national street top titles between them are going to go right to the wire. Here comes Jennings. He moves up on the outside now of Anthony Bear. Who would think this was possible? And Mark Jennings hits the front. Jennings takes the lead. Back in second place is Anthony Bear, and Jennings drives away down the back straight back to Luke Hollyman. Fourth place is that of Nigel O'Neill. The rest of them are in another postcode as they come down the main straight once again. 3 laps to go, and Mark Jennings leads by a couple of car lengths. What has Anthony Bear got for him? Oh, there's a car in front of them, which is Roger Langley. Where will they have to pass him as they make their way into the western corner? It's Jennings in front. Anthony Bear still close enough. They go underneath of Langley here in the main straight, and Anthony Bear is close enough. Back to a car length away. 10 down and 2 to go.
Have a look at him. He's really racing. He stepped up the racetrack, Jason, and he is coming.
Yes, he is certainly coming. They'll come down the main straight and greet the white flag. 1 lap, Kingaroy in the final qualifier. It's Mark Jennings by a car length. Anthony Bear desperately wants to win this one. He's going to start on the front row. Mark Jennings is there though. Jennings leads him into the western corner the last time. He throws it in pretty heavily, and Mark Jennings is going to prevail. Mark Jennings wins the final qualifying heat. Jennings from Anthony Bear in a great old race. 4.428 the margin. Back in third is O'Neill. Fourth place goes the way of Hollyman. Back in fifth place after that will be David Barbler. I think they're a long, long way behind. It is Barbler. Sixth place is Mark McGilvray, then Gareth Keith, Josie Thompson and Roger Langley. Jennings the winner in 3:51.390, and I reckon that could be nearly the quickest 12 laps of the entire weekend. I'll check that out. 3:51 is very quick.
That was very impressive.
Thank you, mate. Like, Barry's a hard man to beat, and he found the bottom line pretty early before we got there, and it was a bit jibbery around. I thought, well, if we're going to try something, we'll see what this top works like, and seemed to be pretty good up there, but I don't know if I'd like to do that for 40 laps.
Yeah, this place gets pretty wild when it's like that, but great effort and big performance. Probably a few people you need to thank.
Yeah, I'd like to thank Reg and Kat, the Patriot Motorsport team. Keith Hussey from Speedline Engines, he's given us a pretty good engine this weekend, so let's see if we can back it up from here and somewhere finish in the top 10 of the A main. Be pretty awesome.
Absolutely, yeah. I saw Keith Hussey cruising around out there. Good to have you in the house.
On the biggest banks in Queensland.
Away we go. Can anyone get close to the South Australian? Tim O'Shea's turned around. Manages to keep the thing mobile. So he's claiming responsibility himself. And now he's going to chase the field. But Ryan Alexander, that's not pretty in the main straightaway. Mark O'Brien turning it around. Justin Randell nowhere to go. We got him stacks on the bill.
We certainly have. We've got a mess over there. There is so many people here. It's so good to see.
Good to see. Here goes Super Sedan action once again, folks. And there will be a mad scramble up the front. Three of the best up there, side by side. Ryan Alexander along with Mick Nicola. Nicola stays up high. Sean Black wants a bit of the action as well. He stays down low, but it's Ryan Alexander who wins that little encounter, puts one lap down on the journey. Nicola stays outside, has got Sean Black down on the inside and a long way back. We've got to go to find Lee Williams. To the better of Tim O'Shea. And Mark O'Brien at the back of the pack. Into the western corner yet again. And Ryan Alexander making every post a winner. The South Australian NZ car. Have a look at the power slide underneath the control tower. Mick Nicola doing all he knows to try and run him down, and Tim O'Shea has turned it around in exactly the same place, and this time he won't be going anywhere because the tyres come off the back inside wheel. Under the control tower for another time for Ryan Alexander. To the better of Mick Nicola. Sean Black chasing hard Lee Williams. The other car out there is Mark O'Brien. Pretty well equidistant, the front four cars. Staying down low on the racetrack. The one that's catching is Lee Williams. Getting up on the tail of Sean Black, so possibly looking for a third place instead of the fourth. These guys have got a big 40-lap feature later on this evening, but they're all still chasing Ryan Alexander. Here comes Williams up underneath Sean Black. Gets the door shut on him, but he stays down there, and Sean Black has got no answer to it, and Lee Williams takes that beautiful car number 4 into position number 3. In the distance he can see Mick Nicola, but I think Nicola's too far away as they head down the main straightaway again. It's still Ryan Alexander, the South Australian car. Victoria chasing him, that's Mick Nicola. And Rockhampton is in position number 3. White flag out, 1 to go for Ryan Alexander. Too quick in this heat of the Super Sedans. Mick Nicola in 2, back then to Lee Williams. Still going is Sean Black, and still going is Mark O'Brien as they come down to take a checkered flag and a good win again. Ryan Alexander, he's taken to Kingaroy Speedway, New South Wales. Bob McCosker out of Gladstone. Darren Annig, also New South Wales driver. McCosker and Annig lock wheels to try and force their way through, which will be the Darren Annig car that gets the better of that. Goes into 2, Mushy's the next one in 3. Dempsey Pales is working his way through. On the outside is Jason Campbell. Bob McCosker trying desperately to get back on a race groove. Back then we go to Travis Barron, and at the back it's Barry Towers. right now. New South Wales, Wayne Dick, car number 7 leads the way. New South Wales 21 in Darren Annick is in position number 2, and then David Mush, Dempsey Pales, and on the outside Jason Campbell. Campbell staying up high on the racetrack, trying to find a little bit of drive up there. Not working at the moment. Bob McCosker would be the next one, then Travis Hutchison, and at the back it's Barry Towers. Starting to put a little bit of a distance between himself and the rest of the field is Wayne Dick in car number 7, driving very, very steadily at the front. Same position on the car, keeping it pointing in the right direction. Car number 21 chasing him still is Darren Annig. Then David Mush. Jason Campbell has finally got around the outside of Dempsey Pales. So now Campbell has a go at the outside of Mushy. He's going to get by as they head past the pit gate. So Jason Campbell's the one on a mission, high on the racetrack, right up on the concrete he is. He's right beside Darren Annig. Says, here I come. On the outside, can he do it? Jason Campbell up high. He's staying up there. Down past the pit gate once again. The one in front is still Wayne Dick, but on the outside it's Jason Campbell. Campbell has a look down the main straight away. Pokes the nose of 97 in front. Wayne Dick fights back. Can't do it. How about that, folks? All the way around the outside. Jason Campbell goes into the race lead in car number 97 to the better of Wayne Dick. Back then to Darren Annig. David Mush would be the next one. Dempsey Pales. They've only got a couple of laps to go. Jason Campbell, what a drive. Right around the outside. Wayne Dick, no answer. Darren Annig still in third. David Mush would be the next one. Then we've got Dempsey Pales back to Bob McCosker. Next one through is Travis Barron. And at the back is Barry Towers as they've taken the white one. So Jason Campbell, he's half a lap from home after a great drive round the outside. Heads down the main straightaway for the final time. Big challenge right at the end. And Darren Annig will get through to second in front of Wayne Dick. But to no avail, Jason Campbell. What a great drive, high on the racetrack. Put your hands together, Kingaroy. Great stuff from the Super Sedans. Great stuff from Jason Campbell. Got up there and said, I can do this. And Matt Williams down on the inside. There's the green flag off and running. Matt Williams versus Peter Nicola. Nicola pulls right back in onto the inside of the racetrack. Lachlan Onley is in there. Nicola trying desperately to shut the door on him and may be able to out-accelerate him down the main straight. No, he can't. Onley tucked right in there. Nicola sticks the nose across the front of him. So it's Nicola and Onley hammer and tong round the western corner. In front of them it's Matt Williams. Down on the inside, Lachlan Onley finally gets the better of the encounter. Nicola stays up high. Peter Nicola's the man. Wants more of this action. Darren Kane wants to get involved. So he's joined in to make it a 4. Back then to Sam Rosa. Down on the inside of Nicola comes Darren Kane. Peter Nicola fights back on the outside. Staying up a little bit higher on the track. Matt Williams has now got his hands full with Lachlan Onley. Onley working away on the inside. Williams straightens it a little bit too much into the main straightaway. Lachlan Onley's under him. Side by side, push and shove, elbows out. Acceleration into the western corner. Side by side, they're still there. Lachlan Onley down the inside. Matt Williams on the outside. Neither of them will give an inch. They're still at it. Darren Kane is in there in third. Peter Nicola would be the next one. Lachlan Onley versus Matt Williams. We've got a yellow one.
Oh, we got one turned around just over there in front of the lighting tower. How good is this?
This is not over yet, folks. Matt Williams outside the witch's hat. Lachlan Onley, Darren Kane and Peter Nicola. Sam Rosa. Next one is Graham Elliott. And at the back, it's Glenn Boulder. They're spread out a little bit at the beginning of the restart. Down the main straightaway again. Matt Williams. Can he hold on? Lachlan Onley is still not too far away. Darren Kane is in there. They've dropped off Peter Nicola a little bit. Sam Rosa would be the next one. Graham Elliott and Glenn Bolter. Down the main straightaway. Another lap down on the journey for Matt Williams. Doing a great job out the front. He knows that Lachlan Onley is not too far away. Lachlan Onley would know and be looking for Darren Kane somewhere. They've dropped off Peter Nicola in the restart. Another one down. And it is right now Matt Williams. Starting to put a little bit of distance between himself and Lachlan Onley. Looking for a better placing than third. Darren Kane as they head down the main straightaway yet again. Kane right on the hammer of Lachlan Onley. They got 2 to go. Underneath the pit gate goes Matt Williams. To the better of Lachlan Onley, Darren Kane. Peter Nicola's the next one, then Sam Rosa. The white flag is waiting for Matt Williams. He's got one more circuit of Kingaroy Speedway to go, and he will take out heat number 6. Lachlan Onley's now got his hands full with Darren Kane and Peter Nicola in 4th, but he's survived. Put your hands together for the Rocky Man. Matt Williams, Lachlan Onley, Darren Kane, Peter Nicola, Sam Rosa.
Great looking field. The distance of this one isn't 9 by the score. That'll change when we start. The race will get underway. It's a car plus 1 is how many laps this will be, so a fair distance. First and second will transfer into the back of the B main, which comes up after the next round of Super Sedan heat races. Here we go, C main time for Spencer Race Engines here in front of a massive crowd in Kingaroy. It's time to saddle up, Kingaroy. It's C main time.
19 laps the journey, we're underway. Matt Hammond and Corey Sandow lead them up the main straight the first time. Corey Sandow gets the best of the start. Got cars around, we've got nearly a pile up. Surely the yellows will come on. We've got one car facing us. The yellows have come on.
Back up to you, Jason.
Yeah, 19 laps the journey, 18 cars plus 1 lap. It's all go. And the Chargers are coming already. Underneath of Matt Hammond, he's gone back a couple of spots already as they head up into turn number 1 and 2. Mark McGilvray got a flyer as they head out of turn 2 and down the back straight. Corey Sandow is your race leader as they go down the back straight. One car is, we got one around, and the yellows are on again. Jack Stead, I think you'll find it is, who's facing the wrong way.
Yeah, he got punted by someone. I can see Brett Barron flat inside. Flat tyre.
Take 3 of the C main in the SRE National Street Stop title here at the Lucas Oils Kingaroy Speedway. Matt Hammond's had 2 disastrous starts. That's a better dispatch. So head up the main straight the first time. Mark McGilvray though is underneath him. Hammond on the outside, remembering only 2 qualify as they head out of turn 2 and down the back straight. Lee Gooding, I think it is, in 71, who's up there in the white car in 5th place as they dip and dive out of 3 and 4. Matt Hammond on the outside of our race leader, Corey Sandow. So the Tasmanian's going well. David Barry is there too in the 83. And if it stays like this for another 17 laps, one of these 3 out in front will not make the distance. Matt Hammond makes it 3 wide with David Barry. And all of a sudden, Corey Sandow is no longer in the final of the B main. He has been besieged left and right by David Barry and Matt Hammond. What a move by those 2. Sandow back to 3rd, McGilvray 4th. Lee Gooding in the white car is 5th. As we go back to our leaders, they don't want to bring themselves undone. Matt Hammond coming back onto the inside of David Barry and takes the race lead. So Matt Hammond now in front. So that's 3 leaders we've had in 3 laps. Back to Corey Sandow in 3rd place. Back to Mark McGilvray, Lee Gooding, Jaden Dredge is 6th. Bob Wakefield from Western Australia is up there in 7th place. Back then to Bo Saunders, Michael Freeman and Riley Haynes as the top 10. So move out of turn 4, and it's just Matt Hammond in car number 15. He leads by 0.169 of a second. David Barry second. Corey Sandow doing the chasing, but they've got a bit of work to do to catch the lead 2 cars, as these 2 are cleared right away. David Barry back in front. They come out at 3 and 4. Hammond on the outside, David Barry the inside. So Barry leads lap number 5. 14 laps to go. Sandow in 3rd place. Back to McGilvray. Dredge, Gooding, and then Wakefield. Both Saunders, we got to the 77 car parked in front of the fence here. Right in front of us. That's Bo Saunders. The yellow lights have come on.
Oh, dearie me. Frantic start. Great.
About to go green. We've done 5 of 14. Back underway. David Barry just ahead of Matt Hammond. Corey Sandow all of a sudden's back in the game. Back in 4th place would be Mark McGilvray and Jaden Dredge. Behind Jaden Dredge is Lee Gooding as they head down the back straight in front of this bumper crowd here at Kingaroy. Into the turns 3 and 4 they come. Barry by a car length over car number 15. Plenty of people online yelling out, "Go Barry!" as they head up into the top turn, the western corner. Corey Sandow is there in 3rd place. Mark McGilvray 4th, Jaden Dredge, Lee Gooding. Behind that it looks like it could be Bob Wakefield in the 38 car from Western Australia. And in his 19th title he's giving it a good bash after a horror night last night. The lead 2 cars go up into the western corner once again. 7.5 down and 11.5 to go. Out in front, David Barry by a car length on Tasmania's Matt Hammond. 3rd place is Victoria's Corey Sandow. Mark McGilvray from Queensland is in 4th place, and Jaden Dredge from Victoria 5th. Lee Gooding from Victoria runs in 6th place. Now leaders are fighting it out. We saw a C-main last year where the leaders brought themselves undone on the final lap, if you don't mind. So come out of turn 4 into the main straight. Barry is in front of Matt Hammond. Hammond set the quick lap of the race, the last lap around. Trying to mow them down is Corey Sandow. The margin back to Sandow is 1.817 seconds. And in a couple of laps' time, the leaders are going to come up on traffic. That can be Sandow's only saving grace. 18.698 the last time around by Matt Hammond. It's David Barry from Matt Hammond. Sandow in 3rd place. Back to Jaden Dredge, Mark McGilvray, Lee Gooding, Bob Wakefield still 7th. Michael Freeman is 8th, then Ben Langton and Riley Haynes, that's in top 10. Back to Josie Thompson in 11th place. They've caught the lapped car now, or the car that's about to be lapped. Which way will they zig and zag? It's Brandon Hoff, the car they're trying to pass. Matt Hammond is in an impatient mood by the looks of it. He comes under David Barry, and Matt Hammond's back in front. So Hoff got out of the way all right. He hit the fence down out of turn 4. He bounces off, continues on, and now David Barry's doing the chasing. Right up behind Matt Hammond. So Hammond, Barry, Sandow has closed the gap to 1.5 seconds. A long way back then to Jaden Dredge and Mark McGilvray. You'd suspect they don't have any hope. It's only Corey Sandow.
Oh!
So we've got one that's got up in smoke, and it's the leader.
It's going to be power steering, I'd reckon, Chase. That's power steering smoke, I'm sure of it, maybe.
Well, we've been joined by some local fauna up here, and they're very large bits of fauna that have joined us in the combox as they move out of turn 4 and back into the main straight. It's car number 15 of Matt Hammond in front. Smoke billowing out of the car. Can he survive another 5 laps? David Barry is in the smoke screen. Back in 3rd spot, it's Corey Sandow. The rest of them are a long, long way behind. There's 4 laps to go, Kingaroy. I reckon there's a fire underneath of car number 15. There's definitely a flame under the 15 car. The yellow lights have come on, and that will be the end of Matt Hammond.
Oh, maybe. Oh, no. Some drama, fire crew. Just wishing that as he comes onto the infield. Right now, we'll sneak over there. So I'm tipping. So some oil onto the exhaust, which is obviously what caused the fire right there. And we all remember a national championship. Hard luck. I'll just have a little sneaky Bo Peep down here. Oh, that is absolute hard luck to Matt Hammond. We'll have a quick chat with him. Matty, we'll just turn around to the camera right here. Matty, hard luck, buddy.
Yeah, no, it's not my weekend this weekend, so we'll pack her up and go to Gympie.
Absolutely, mate. Power steering, obviously, and a little bit of an oil fire there. And
Yeah, you get that on big jobs, so.
yeah, hard luck, mate. Ladies and gentlemen, from Tasmania, if you don't mind, put your hands together for Matty
Sandow
Hammond.
had no hope before that restart. Now one of them is going to advance to the B main. Around the cone, 5 laps to go. Kingaroy in the C main for the SRE National Street Stock title in front of a massive viewing audience and a huge crowd inside the showgrounds. Out of turn 2 they go, and down the back straight Corey Sandow is out after David Barry. They come out at 3 and 4 with 4 laps to go. Back in 3rd place Jaden Dredge, 4th place is at 25 and McGilvray, and then Lee Gooding is next best, and Bob Wakefield in 6th place. They head down the back straight once again, and I've got the feeling Corey Sandow is not happy with 2nd place. He's going to challenge for the lead shortly on David Barry. 3 laps to go in the C main. An entertaining race with a bit of drama thrown in with the leader in Matty Hammond going up in smoke inside of victory, but these two have cleared away all of a sudden, and it's David Barry and Corey Sandow into 3 and 4. There'll be 2 to go this time around. Out at turn 4 they come. Out in front it is that of David Barry, Corey Sandow, Jaden Dredge giving great chase, but he's going to have to hurry up. There's a wall of cars at the back of the field here. They're not going to win, but it's pretty spectacular stuff. One of them's got panels hanging off left, right and centre. As they move out of turn 4, the white flag is out. That's Ben Langton with the whole side of the car peeling off like a sardine can as they go up into the western corner for the last time. Jaden Dredge is 3rd, Mark McGilvray 4th. The leader's got smoke billowing out as well.
Oh, you're
David
kidding.
Barry is only just going to crawl across the line. David Barry will advance with a car that's gone up in a wall of smoke. 2nd place is Corey Sandow. Jaden Dredge is in there somewhere, but the checker flag's out. None of them are going to see it. No one is going to see this checkered flag because there is smoke everywhere. The yellow lights are on, the race is over. David Barry and Corey Sandow have advanced. Jaden Dredge misses out, as does Mark McGilvray, who was 4th. Lee Gooding 5th, Bob Wakefield 6th, then Andrew Norton, Michael Freeman. Bo Saunders was 9th, Ben Langton 10th, Josie Thompson, and then Dion Wood. After that it was Troy Langley and Brandon Huff. Those that didn't
outside of him, that's the car 21, also from New South Wales. Have a look at car 77. Whether or not he'll get pinged for that, we'll wait and see. Didn't do him any good. He's gone to the back of the pack. So, Barry Towers trying to make it a win from front row. Coming through though very quickly. That's our Victorian or South Australian friend Ryan Alexander. We've got.
Wow. The race leaders turned around in front of the field all the way, the wrong way. That was weird.
Ryan Alexander, the South Australian, will start out of pole now. Outside of him is Darren Anik. Can he do anything about it? Anik tries to go with him at the start. No contest. Ryan Alexander puts the foot down, accelerates away. Bob McCosker also. We've got the Towers car again around in the back straight, but he's able to get it going again. Oh, and a bit of a touch between Lachlan Onley and just gave Bob McCosker a little bit of a nudge in the back wheel. McCosker turned it around somehow. It stayed on all 4 and he was able to very quickly knock it out of gear so it had just rolled backwards. And Alexander on the inside. Darren Anik on the outside. Go, we're racing again. And again McCosker. And Nicola, lock wheels. Back there fighting out position number 3. Peter Nicola up high on the racetrack. Staying up there. Plenty of drive out of the car number 1. Gets around the outside of Bob McCosker. Tucked in behind them Lachlan Onley. And they're all chasing you know who, Ryan Alexander. They've been doing that for 3 or 4 nights in a row. Darren Anning holding on to position number 2. The racetrack bouncing a little bit there for Peter Nicola. Nicola is able to get mobile again, but right now he's got Lachlan Onley in hot pursuit. They've dropped off Bob McCosker, Sam Rosa. And at the back of the pack now is Barry Towers. Have a look at our South Australian visitor, Ryan Alexander. Absolutely motoring away around the Kingaroy Showground Speedway. One in trouble. Flat tyre, I think, or the back end of it. has totally collapsed on the Peter Nicola car, and he cannot get it off the racetrack. As the yellow lights come on, he's going to try to the outside of the witches' hats they go. Ryan Alexander, Darren Anning, Lachlan Onley, Bob McCosker, Sam Rosa, and at the back it's Barry Towers. Through the western corner they go, and down the main straightaway it is still Ryan Alexander to the better of the pursuing Darren Anning, as Bob McCosker and Sam Rosa lock horns going past the pit gate. It's Sam Rosa just lifting that inside wheel. Whether or not that is actually helping him any around here, I don't know, because McCosker is right in underneath him and has moved him back one place. We go back to the race leader, and at the moment that is Ryan Alexander doing it easily out in front, although Darren Anning is not too far away this time. Back then to Lachlan Onley, Bob McCosker, Sam Rosa and Barry Towers. Have a look, they're catching him. Maybe he's backed off a little bit, not knowing that Darren Anning is close enough. Anning down low on the racetrack. He's only got 2 laps to do it. But Ryan Alexander, Darren Anning, Lachlan Onley, back then to Bob McCosker, Sam Rosa and Barry Towers. Now he's got the foot down again as he takes the white one. 1 to go for the NZ car out of South Australia. And Ryan Alexander through the western corner for the last time. He's running away from Darren Anning now. Takes the checkered flag and a big win in heat number 7. Took a while to get there. Ryan Alexander, Darren Anning, Lachlan Onley, Sam Rowe.
Time to stand on the fun button. Mushy gets the jump to the stripe. Barron going backwards in a hurry. Sean Black up in position number 4. But it's David Mush, your race leader. Wayne Dick is second. Dempsey Pales is third. Look at Dempsey Pales' car. Really hooked the thing up. And it's really hiking that front wheel in the air. We talk about that 4-bar rear suspension. And look at the left rear walk forward as he gets on the gas. It doesn't help him because Sean Black sneaks up the inside. Barron spins onto the infield. Tough dive. David Mush leads us away. Wayne Dick is second. Dempsey Pales, watch this thing really try to transfer that weight over to the right rear and hike the front wheel in the air. Looks pretty spectacular, not always very fast, but Sean Black will be ready to capitalise. Matt Williams moves up the racetrack to try to make a groove of the way around. David Mush is still leading for Kingaroy. Wayne Dick is challenging. 5 laps remaining for the local. Dempsey Pales under attack from Black. Matt Williams. A little bit of Morse code from Black. Matt Williams right there behind him. We saw Peter Nicola run the top of the last one. These guys not up there at the moment. Sean Black has a little look now, just on cue. 2 to go for the hometown hero. Matt Williams washes off some speed. 1 lap remaining. back chute he goes. A little bit of action further back. Mushy's going to win heat race number 8. Wayne Tickle gets second. And a little bit of excitement that some of the best in the country are here this weekend, but one of our own's won. Come on, Kingaroy.
Down for a green one. Go, we're racing. On the outside, Nicola will stay there. Darren Kane knows he's there, shuts the door, and Darren Kane goes to the race lead. Outside of him and chasing hard, Mick Nicola. Drop back, then we go to the Lee Williams car, and then Jason Campbell. Can they catch? Look at him lifting that inside wheel up. Spectacular stuff from the supers round the western corner, and it's Darren Kane to the better of Mick Nicola, and the speed is really on up the front. Back then we go to Lee Williams, and behind is Jason Campbell, also lifting that wheel up as they come to grips with the racetrack towards the end of the night. Darren Kane saving the rubber on the inside of that wheel, not putting the rubber on the ground, not wearing the tread. Western corner, Darren Kane has opened up a comfortable lead back to Mick Nicola. Lee Williams is trying desperately to get up close enough to put a challenge on Nicola. Don't know whether he'll be able to. And Jason Campbell at the back. But at the moment, it's all the car 36 of Darren Kane. Mick Nicola, Lee Williams, and Jason Campbell. Pace is a cracker, but we can't get them close enough to each other as they put another lap down. And Darren Kane, he just loves this Kingaroy Speedway. Western corner, main straightaway, full noise underneath the control tower. Back then to Mick Nicola, still chasing and trying hard, Lee Williams and Jason Campbell. That's the four we've got out there as Darren Kane puts another one down. Only got a couple of laps remaining. He will be happy with the car heading up to the feature race coming your way very shortly, straight after the B main. Down the main straightaway again, and he's got the length of that straightaway lead over Mick Nicola as he takes a white one. Back to Lee Matthews and Jason Campbell. Western corner, and put your hands together, folks. Darren Kane, too good, takes the checkered flag. Mick Nicola home for second, Lee Williams third.
And here we go, B-main time.
We have just ticked over 1,400 viewers at home, and 4 of these cars are going to transfer to the A. 20 laps the journey, it's all go, and Jared Peacock leads them up the main straight the first time of 20 circulations, and there's going to be a pile up and a restart because Darren Forrester's around. One of the Buchanans is doing his best to go in reverse at 100 miles an hour to get out of the way, and we'll have a complete restart as they spin up there in the western corner.
Street stock precision, a little bit of a... Yeah, look at that. There's a flame you can see there. That's excess fuel burning. As soon as Darren fires that up, that's nothing to be too excited about. That's just excess fuel. These things run pretty rich. He's just trying to get it started right now. Down the back chute, a little bit of gamesmanship as they come down to the line. Oh, that's ugly.
No. That won't be a go. The yellows will come back on. Oh. This could be disaster for Jared Peacock.
Oh, Evan Wakefield is fast at the moment.
Yellow.
He'll think he's got a lot of drive at the moment. Car's good, boss. The South Australia 47, a little higher, just to get the better piece of the real estate. Only got a warning. He's lucky, Jace.
Yes, a good dispatch, and Buchanan goes around the outside and takes the lead. That's Craig Jared Peacock in second place. Can we get a lap done in the B main? The first four to qualify. Also up there is Darren Forrest from Victoria, and he's under pressure from Michael Clark. Clark drives around the outside and goes into third. The first lap complete. Buchanan leads up. Back in second place is Peacock. Third place is that of Clark, and Ricky Throckmorton's gone into fourth place. And that's put Darren Forrest back to fifth. Forrest fights back in the western corner, and we've already lost Evan Wakefield. He hasn't even done a lap as they come out of turn 4. 2 down and 18 to go. Out in front trying to advance to the final is Craig Buchanan. Jared Peacock is out after him. Then Michael Clark in third place from Victoria. Fourth place is Ricky Throckmorton, then Darren Forrest and Nigel O'Neill. Darren Giacometti is next, and then Luke Hollyman. That's the first 8. We got one car sideways. The yellow lights have come on. I think you'll find it was Luke Hollyman. And the officials very quick to put on the yellows. And from Michael Clark, from Ricky Throckmorton, from Darren Forrest, Nigel O'Neill, Darren Giacometti, Luke Hollyman. Brooke Ferguson, who was 9th, is now at the back of the field and has an awful lot of work to do. They're back under green conditions in front of this massive crowd here at the showgrounds. It's almost full. And trouble for the car in second, Jared Peacock. He went left in a right-hand turn, has gone from second to fourth. He's back on the pace now, but he's under pressure. He's in the final transfer spot. He runs wide again, and Darren Forrest sneaks up the inside. Peacock to fight back. That's the blue car from Queensland, the 63. He's back in fourth place in the race order is Craig Buchanan. Michael Clark in second place. Third place belongs to Ricky Throckmorton, then Jared Peacock. Back to Darren Forrest and Darren Giacometti. So a couple of Darrens in fifth and sixth. Back to Jason McGoldie in seventh place. And then we've got Nigel O'Neill and Luke Hollyman as they go up into the western corner once again. It's been run at a breakneck speed, and only the first 4 qualify. And we've got about 4 or 5 of them fighting for fourth place. Out in front it's Buchanan. Craig in front. Went wide out of turn 4 and up the main straight. Second place is that of Michael Clark. Throckmorton in third place, but he's under pressure because coming through now is Jared Peacock, and also coming through is Darren Forrest. Darren Giacometti is trying to get involved, and so too Jason DeGoldie. A great old battle for the minor placings. Back then to the 4 car of Nigel O'Neill as they head up the main straight. Our race leader's out of turn 2 and down the back straight, and he's got a handy lead as Craig Buchanan. 7 down this time past us. Second place is Michael Clark. Third place is that of Jared Peacock. Behind him, Ricky Throckmorton, and Giacometti's gone sideways. We've got cars everywhere right in front of us. The yellow lights will have to come on. Darren Forrest is around. We've got other cars involved. Nigel O'Neill and Mendez, they're stuck together, those two. Brad Mendez and Nigel O'Neill are stuck together. There's a bumper on the track as well. Got Darren Forrest trying to fire his car back up. It's all happening in the B main, and we're 6 in and 14 to go.
Well. Plenty of water in the well. So we're trying to break the...
Here we go. Let's see if we can get the last 14 laps in. The revs increase. The green flag is held aloft. They're away. Craig Buchanan got a good start up into the western corner. Michael Clark under pressure. Jared Peacock there in third place.
Look at the goalie on the top.
Yep, here he comes. He's dicing with Darren Forrest. Tucks in behind Forrest. Peacock goes out wide. Here comes Throckmorton. Forrest back there in fifth. The Goldie sixth. Buchanan is doing a good job out in front though.
He is. He's very racy at the moment. Luke Hollyman sticking it up on the top as well, and the other Buchanan car further back in the field. They're really starting to make that top work, which is pleasing to see.
Absolutely. And it's Buchanan. He's cleared out. Craig Buchanan driving brilliantly out in front. Second place is Michael Clark. Right there too is Jared Peacock in third from Queensland. They're trying to qualify for the biggest race of the season, the national final. DeGoldie and Forrest are 5th and 6th, or 6th and 5th respectively. DeGoldie again looking to the outside of Forrest, but while they're mucking around for 5th and 6th, they're losing ground to the top 4. Halfway home, 10 down and 10 to go. Buchanan leads from Michael Clark, Jared Peacock and Ricky Throckmorton. At this rate, they are the 4 that will qualify. So Darren Forrest is trying to catch on to the back end of Ricky Throckmorton. Out of turn 4 they come. Our race leader is Craig Buchanan. Michael Clark second, Jared Peacock. Up behind Peacock is Throckmorton. The margin 4th to 5th is 1.2 seconds. So Darren Forrest has to get a wriggle on. 12 down and 8 to go. Buchanan out in front from Clark. Back to Peacock and Throckmorton. The gap to Forrest. The gap is 1.4 seconds, so he's losing ground. 6 paces Jason DeGoldie, not making any impression either. Leaders are through again. The battle for second and third now. Clark and Peacock. Throckmorton not far behind. Darren Forrest is still 1.5 seconds to the negative in 5th place. 6 to go, a handful of laps plus 1. And we've got one car nearly stopped up there in the western corner. Looks like Corey Sandow from here. He's out of harm's way, the race continues. And this is a very impressive drive by Craig Buchanan with 5 laps to go. Second place is still that of Michael Clark. Back then to the 63 of Jared Peacock. They're starting to spread out. The margin 4th to 5th is down to 1.1 seconds. Darren Forrest has closed the gap a little bit with 4 to go. The race leader is Craig Buchanan. His lead is 1.6 seconds over Michael Clark. 1.2 seconds to Jared Peacock. And it's 1.2 seconds back to Ricky Throckmorton, and then the same margin to Darren Forrest. Travis Hutchison retires with a couple of laps left to go. 3 to go. Buchanan's lead is still significant, 1.3 seconds. Third place is Jared Peacock. 4th place is Ricky Throckmorton. Darren Forrest has closed the gap a little bit. Another car retires from the race. That's Ashley Barron, leaving 10 remaining and 2 laps remaining. Darren Forrest has caught Ricky Throckmorton with 1.5 laps left to go for the final transfer spot in the A main. It does get exciting for the last lap. Forget about the first 3, they're home and hosed. The first 3 are going to transfer. Here is the battle. 4 cars, 1 spot. Last lap, Throckmorton, Forrest, also there Jason DeGoldie, and in 7th place Peter Thompson. One of these 4 to make the national final, and Darren Forrest has a go. It doesn't pay off. Throckmorton is it's going sideways. Jason DeGoldie around the outside gets there. Wow. Jason DeGoldie gets 4th. Darren Forrest tried. He failed. That put Throckmorton offline. DeGoldie went around the outside and gets 4th. Hold all tickets, I would suggest, on the last transfer spot.
Hold all tickets.
Wow, what a finish.
Kingaroy, can I get some noise for the B main?
We're going racing, folks. This is the final of the SummerSlam for Super Sedans. Watch the car 36s in the front. Darren Kane has only got a couple of wheels on the racetrack, but is he going quickly? Ryan Alexander chasing him. Mick Nicola in there in 3. Lachlan Onley coming around the outside. Here's Matt Williams. Side by side they go into the western corner. Behind them is Lee Williams. Then we go to David Mush. Back at the front. Darren Kane, Ryan Alexander, they've dropped off Mick Nicola a little through the western corner. Darren Kane, Ryan Alexander is not going away. He's got his nose up the inside. Kane fights back, keeps him at bay. Got a yellow one on. Bob McCosker facing the wrong way in the main straightaway. The 2 car 36s putting on a show up the front. To the outside of the witch's hat we go for the restart. Kane gets a flyer. Ryan Alexander goes with him. Back then we go to Mick Nicola. To the better of Lachlan Onley. Will stick with the front two as they battle it out down the main straightaway. Darren Kane. Ryan Alexander, they've dropped off Nicola a little bit, and right now Darren Kane is putting a bit of distance between himself and Ryan Alexander, bouncing around out of turn 4. Here's Mick Nicola. There's some challenges to Lachlan Onley back there in position number 4, and it's coming from the Williams. Matt Williams, the first one. Behind him is Lee. Then we go back to Sean Black. David Mush would be the next one on the racetrack as they put another lap down on the journey. We got 35 laps remaining. How long can the front two keep it up? Round the western corner, Darren Kane loves the challenge. Ryan Alexander is not too far away. Back in third place is still Mick Nicola. They've dropped off Lachlan Onley a little bit. Back behind him is Matt Williams, Lee Williams, Sean Black. David Mush coming under some pressure from Jason Campbell. Back at the race lead. Now, Ryan Alexander is right on the tail of Darren Kane. He will try to move Kane out of the road. It's not going to work. Darren Kane puts the pedal down again down the main straightaway. Ryan Alexander is right on him. Darren Kane wants to drive right around the grass edge. Doesn't want to move off line. Getting closer is Mick Nicola at each turn of the wheel. Long way back then to Lachlan Onley. Here comes Alexander again. Pokes the nose underneath. Darren Kane shuts the door. Stays just enough in front. Can see lapped cars in front of him. That'll be the deciding factor in this one. Darren Kane, Ryan Alexander. Next one behind them is Mick Nicola back then to Lachlan Onley. Coming up on some lap cars. Bob McCosker is the first one. Graham Elliott is the next one. Here come the lead cars. Underneath the pit gate, Darren Kane, Graham Elliott now. The first one in his sights. Remember, all he has to do is hold his line. Up the inside goes Caney. Move over. Graham Elliott. Ryan Alexander goes with him. Mick Nicola as well. Long way back now to Lachlan Onley in front of Matt Williams. Race leader is on the tail of Bob McCosker. 27 laps remaining. Into the western corner. Can he get by the McCosker car? McCosker will take the lapping flag. Knows he's there. Darren Kane goes down the inside of him. Ryan Alexander not too far away, and Mick Nicola as well. Long way back now to Lachlan Onley in front of Matt Williams. Next one through would be Lee Williams, and then Sean Black. Race leader has now got Justin Randell in his sights. He's got a bit of a lead at the moment over Ryan Alexander. We'll follow our race leader down the main straightaway. Justin Randell is the one in front of him. 25 laps remaining. Underneath the pit gate we go. Randall will know he's there. They're up on behind Graham Elliott, slowing, coming onto the infield and out of harm's way as Darren Kane puts a lap on Justin Randell. Next one in front of him is Travis Barron. Chasing him through still is Ryan Alexander. Mick Nicola is still in position, number 3. They're right on the tail of Travis Hutchison. And again, Ryan Alexander is very close. Has a little look down the inside. Not there. Caney shuts the door. Wants to get a run down the main straightaway on Travis Hutchison. Can't do it. Travis takes the lapping flag. They're all lining up behind him. Darren Kane moves to the inside in the western corner, says thank you, puts him a lap down. Ryan Alexander's going with him. Next one in front of him is Barry Towers. As Ryan Alexander again is right on the hammer. Has a little look down the inside. Not there. Darren Kane holding him at bay. We're half race distance. 20 laps remaining. Barry Towers the one in front. Trying to put a lap on him will be Darren Kane. Round the western corner into the main straightaway. Kaney pulls up level, then drives past. Ryan Alexander does the same thing. Back trying to get past the car 33. It's still Mick Nicola, a distant third now. We go back to our race leaders who are still hard at it. Both 36 cars, the one in front of them. There's Wayne Dick in car number 7. Western corner for Darren Kane. Pulls up level with the car 7. Puts a lap down on him. Ryan Alexander's going with him. He can't get rid of him. Alexander a little bit of trouble getting past the Wayne Dick car. Next one in front of them will be Darren Anning in car number 21. Looks for the inside pass. Not there. Remember, he's only got to hold his line. He does not have to move out of the way. Here comes Ryan Alexander. Right in behind Darren Anning. Can they get a run at him down the main straightaway? That's what Darren Kane was hoping for. It didn't work. Would he be game enough to go outside? No, he goes inside. Puts a lap on Darren Anning. Guess who's with him? Ryan Alexander. They're still side by side. Next one in their sights is Dempsey Pales. Where's our third place getter? He's still back behind those lap traffic. That's Mick Nicola. Lachlan Onley caught up in the traffic as well. Back with the race leader, Darren Kane. Dempsey Pales is the one in front of him. Ryan Alexander is right on his hammer. Into the western corner. Dempsey Pales is the lap car that's to the front of Darren Kane. Ryan Alexander. Dempsey takes the lapping flag again. Underneath the pit gate. Down the back straightaway. Darren Kane. Dempsey Pales, the lap car. He'll try and get a run at him down the main straight. Pulls level and puts a lap on him. Guess who goes with him? Ryan Alexander. Have a look who's next in line. Sean Black. Would you believe? They're thinking of a lapping on Sean Black. Down the main straightaway. The two of them still locked in battle. We're down to 10 laps. McCoska's the one. Bob McCoska. Darren Kane moves to the inside. Moves him out of the way. Ryan Alexander follows him through. It's like a shadow. Down the main straightaway. A little bit of fresh air for Darren Kane. Ryan Alexander. Long way back now, about 5 or 6 lap cars. We've got to go back to Mick Nicola. Pick up our race leader in the main straightaway. It's still Darren Kane. Ryan Alexander. The one in front of them is Sean Black as they go into the western corner yet again. Darren Kane, Ryan Alexander fighting it out. Long way back then to Mick Nicola, holding position number 3. We're down to 6 laps. You could throw a blanket over the 236 cars still. Round the western corner they go. Sean Black is still the car in front. Next one is Sam Rosa. In front of them is Jason Campbell underneath the pit gate. This is where the action's going to come with only 5 laps remaining. In the event they're up with the quick cars at the front of the field, they all take the lapping flag. No one has to move out of the way. Down the back straightaway. The race leader is still Darren Kane. Ryan Alexander is still on his hammer. Sean Black's the car in front. Caney tries to move up with him. He can't do it. There's 4 to go. So we've got Darren Kane sitting right on the hammer of Sean Black. Round the western corner, a little bit of a touch. We got a yellow one because we got cars facing the wrong way. In turn 1, Bob McCosker and Wayne Dick.
This is massive fine, so unfortunately those supers have done an awesome job, but we've had to wrap it up 3 laps short, so Darren Kane will win tonight's feature race. Show your appreciation as he rolls by.
Okay folks, as he goes around, Darren Kane with the checkered flag. Great race from Ryan Alexander, and I can tell you
Skyward Entertainment, some nice stuff to send them on their way. We'll keep the drivers in 4 wide. Now we're cranking it up. Now we're cranking it up, Kingaroy. Welcome to 2017. Kingaroy, are you ready? Oh yeah, 40 laps on the counter. To everyone from the South Burnett Speedway Club, thank you to all our officials, all our volunteers, everyone that's made this possible. 2 years ago, this all started when the application was put in to host this event. Thank you to Speedway Sedans Australia for having faith in little old Kingaroy to put on a show of this magnitude. Thank you to all the drivers that have come from every part of the country and all their families and their crew over a tough time of year at Christmas to put on something magical. And to you, Kingaroy, the fans, and everyone at home for coming to be part of the SRE SSA National Street Stock title for 2017. And our major sponsor, Chris and Clarissa Spencer from Spencer Race Engines. You guys rock, and thanks for making it possible. Jason, it is time to make dreams happen.
Set for a dispatch here at the Lucas Oils Kingaroy Speedway in the SRE National Street Stock title for 16-17. It is all go. Good start. And Anthony Bear leads Brad McClure. John Lodge already comes up the inside. On the outside is Mark Jennings, and moving into 5th place at a rate of knots will be that of Lenny Bates. Back to Robbie Foe. It is being set at a breakneck speed. The first lap is about to be completed. What a spectacle. Out in front, it's that of Anthony Bear. McClure. Lenny Bates is up to 3rd place. Back to Jennings. Back to John Lodge in 5th. 6th place is Robbie Foe. If you aren't watching this, there's something wrong with you. This is an absolute spectacle. Out of turn 4 with 38 laps to go. It's Anthony Bear. Back then to Brad McClure. 3rd place is Lenny Bates. 2 cars side by side of Mark Jennings and John Lodge. Back to Robbie Foe in 6th place. 7th place at this stage is Gardner. Jamie Locke, then Jamie Oldfield, then Mick Dan. as they come up to complete lap number 3. Oh, don't tell me this is going to go the distance. A long way to go yet, but it's an absolute breakneck speed. And look at the traffic jam further back in the field. Anthony Bear leads. Oh, we've got one car that's got smoke coming out, Dale Riley Jr., as they head down the back straight. Out of 3 and 4. 4 laps down, 36 to go. Bear, McClure, back in 3rd place. And using all of the racetrack, as they all are, is Lenny Bates. The yellow lights have come on. We've got one who's spun right in front of us. That's Reese Heinrich. Not sure if there was contact. But what a helter-skelter start. 4 down and 36 to go in the national final. Reese Heinrich to the rear of the field in 49. Here we go. 37 laps to go. In the biggest race of the season for the street stock. It's standing room only here at Kingaroy. Away and racing again. Brad McClure, what's he got for Anthony Bear? He comes underneath early, up in the western corner. Looks to level up or get underneath of Anthony Bear as they head down the back straight. Oh, and Lenny Bates nearly went through the back end of Brad McClure. And Lenny Bates has gone back to 5th. John Lodge immediately tries to get underneath of McClure. 4th place is Robbie Foe. So the national champions are now 1, 2 and 4 and 5 with Mark Jennings there in 5th place. Back then to Jamie Locke, Stephen Gardner and Jamie Oldfield. So move down past us once again. Anthony Bear has got a little bit of a handy lead. 2nd place, McClure, Lodge, Foe, Bates, Jennings. Back to Jamie Locke. Jamie Oldfield is 8th. We've got a couple of cars running side by side. Jamie Oldfield's the one up high on the track, trying to make the outside work. He has got around that car. That's Stephen Gardner. So it's Anthony Bear out in front, and he is checked out. He's out by 1.7 seconds. Back to Brad McClure in 2nd. John Lodge is 3rd. Robbie Foe in the blue car is 4th, and underneath him in the green car is that of Lenny Bates. Behind them is the 95 champion Mark Jennings. 7th place is Jamie Locke. Jamie Oldfield is 8th. Back in 9th place is that of Stephen Gardner, then Mick Dan and Stephen English, the Queenslander. So head down the back straight. The race leader is checked out. He's looking to win his 3rd successive national title. Never been done before. You can throw a T-tail over the rest of them though. It's Brad McClure in 2nd place, and here comes Robbie Foe.
He moves to 3rd. On the bottom. Look at him go. He's wheeling it in.
Well, he's gone back to 4th now, so say that. He's been passed again by John Lodge, and Lodge comes underneath McClure at the same time. So Lodge back underneath of Robbie Foe. The national champions are back in 1st, 2nd and 3rd. Oh, Stephen English has spun here in the main straight. Will he get the car mobile, or will we have a stoppage? We've got a stoppage.
Wow, Stephen English stationary on the main straight there. How about the battle?
Here we go. Around the cone, 31 laps to go. The national street stock title back underway. Anthony Bear leads Brad McClure. We've said that a few times in the last 10 years. And McClure gives him a shunt and says, hurry up, as they move out of turn number 2. As they move down the back straight into 3 and 4, it's Anthony Bear by a car length from Brad McClure. 3rd place is John Lodge, and back to Jamie Oldfield, Lenny Bates. Jamie Oldfield, is in 6th place. Robbie Foe's in 4th. So Oldfield's starting to make his presence felt. He's up behind Lenny Bates as they move down the back straight for the 11th time.
Foe up on the inside of Lodge, Jason.
Yeah, he's gone into 3rd, but they've gone in deep.
Oldfield around the top of Bates now. Racetrack is handy at different parts of the racetrack. Look at Oldfield pegging on the outside.
He has. He's got the outside. Will he make it stick? It has been run at a breakneck speed, 17.707 the last lap around. It's Bear in front. They're running half track high or above. Back to McClure in 2nd place. The national street stock title is alight. The national champions are 1, 2, 3 and 5 at the moment. And Mark Jennings, the 5th of them, is in 9th place. So the cream has risen right to the top. It's Bear by a car length from Brad McClure. 3 car lengths to Robbie Foe. And back in 4th place now would be Jamie Oldfield. He is coming on.
He is flying. Gets up at the inside of John Lodge now. And these two go toe-to-toe down the pit straight. Oldfield is dynamite quick on the bottom at the moment. His car's racing no matter where he puts it.
I don't know when we last had this, but 4 national champions occupy the first 4 positions on the racetrack. It's Anthony Bear out in front. The 3-time defending champion has won the last 2. Brad McClure has finished second in the last 2. Third place is Robbie Foe. He won in 13 and 14. And Jamie Oldfield won in 2005 and 2010. The man out in front, though, to go with his 3 national championships is 20 state titles as well. He comes out at turn 4, 16 down and 24 to go as Robbie Foe moves into second place. Brad McClure back to third, and Jamie Oldfield is right there with them. Back in 5th place will be John Lodge, then Lenny Bates, and then back to Jamie Locke as they come down the back straight once again. The 88 car of Nathan Barbler retires as they come out at turn 4. Look at the action for the minor placings. They're each and every way, either side, backside, front side, inside and outside of the 11 car of Robbie Foe as they go down the back straight. Jamie Oldfield comes underneath of Brad McClure as they come out at 3 and 4. The leaders checked out again. It's Jamie Oldfield now into 3rd place behind Robbie Foe as Brad McClure goes back to 4th place. It's Anthony Bear in front. Trouble further back, a couple of them locked together. Mark Jennings and Andy Maxwell Jr. They sort themselves out. Out in front though, Anthony Bear comes up with 19 down and 21 to go. And here comes the 29 car. Jamie Oldfield now levels up with the Robbie Foe for 2nd and 3rd. Can Robbie Foe hold off the 29 charge from Jamie Oldfield? He started out at 9. He's moved into 2nd place at the halfway mark. We've got a car in the fence. Jared Peacock has headbutted the concrete here in turn 4. And we've got a stoppage. Well, 20 down and 20 to go. And Anthony Bear, no, it's 19 down and 21 to go when we go back a lap. It's Anthony Bear, Robbie Foe. Last year's national title only had 2 stoppages. The year before, Kalgoorlie, they went 20 laps without a stoppage before a couple. We're back underway. And Robbie Foe, can he catch Anthony Bear? Anthony Bear's 1-3, Foe in 2nd is 1-2, Oldfield in 3rd is 1-2, and the car in 4th place is 1-3. There's the 10 titles. Brad McClure has gone wide, and that's allowed John Lodge underneath. Halfway home in the national final.
McClure fights back on the outside. It was pretty racy. He looked like he was gone up there, Jace, but he's dialed the speed, and look at him go.
Yep, he's back in 4th place. He's got away from Lodge. Here comes Jamie Oldfield again, trying to get underneath the Robbie Foe. Couldn't quite do so. Foe knows he's there, though, no doubt about that. Out of the western corner. Anthony Bear leads by 5 car lengths with 22 down and 18 laps to go. Here he comes now again, Jamie Oldfield. He gets underneath the Robbie Foe, and has he got into 2nd? Yes, he has. He's into 2nd place. Robbie Foe will fight back. There's no doubt about that whatsoever. Robbie Foe on the outside and Jamie Oldfield the inside. And Jamie Oldfield has cleared him, got into 2nd place. And I've also called this before. Jamie Oldfield now out after Anthony Bear. It's down to 3 car lengths. Oh, we're going to have a lungbuster finish coming up right now. I can see it from a mile off. Here he comes. He started out at 9. He's out after Anthony Bear. And you've got to remember, last night he got a flat tyre in his first race. He hasn't had it easy, but he's closing the gap on Anthony Bear. They've had some titanic struggles over the years, and they're having another one. They fought hammer and tongs in Kalgoorlie in 2014, and they had a couple before that, one back in the late 2000s at Mount Gambier, and they're going at it again. Another one was at Murray Bridge, and now there's a car length between them. They go out of the western corner. They've cleared everybody else. This is the main show. They've got away from everyone. They're saying, look at me, as he comes underneath, and Jamie Oldfield is nearly in front. They go up the main straight into the western corner, and Jamie Oldfield has hit the front. They come out at 3 and 4, and who can forget the title in 2010? They ran like this as well, and they tipped it into the last corner, and Oldfield beat Bear on that occasion. But Jamie Oldfield has driven away from Anthony Bear. Up the main straight they go. This is an awesome spectacle. 13 laps to go, and Jamie Oldfield has come from position 9 to hit the front, but Don't write off Anthony Bear. I said last year when he was about 3 seconds behind that he couldn't win, and look what happened, he did. And he's coming back as we speak on Jamie Oldfield, and Anthony Bear is back in front. Out of the western corner they go, and Anthony Bear takes the lead. On the outside, Jamie Oldfield's back in front. They come out of 3 and 4, they tip it in, they cross the line. The margin is 0.07 of a second. Anthony Bear on the low side, up against the concrete wall is Jamie Oldfield. Oldfield levels up with Anthony Bear again, and Anthony Bear is back in front. There's smoke coming out of Jamie Oldfield's car, and that is it. Jamie Oldfield is out. He's all gone. Another one has been lost by Jamie Oldfield through mechanical problems. There will be half a dozen. What a great race it was. There's 10 to go, and Anthony Bear all of a sudden is a country mile in front. He's on his way to winning his third successive national title. Back to Robbie Foe. John Lodge in third place. Back in fourth is Lenny Bates. Reese Heinrich is fifth. Back to Mark Jennings, Jamie Locke, and then back to Mick Dan. Brad McClure sadly is going backwards as they come up now with 8 laps to go. Anthony Bear out in front and is cruising. Another one has gone. Oh, Robbie Foe has gone. Robbie Foe's out of the equation. So the national champions are dropping like flies. Up in second place now is John Lodge. The yellow lights have come on as Steve Gardner has spun on the back straight, and we've got ourselves a stoppage with about 9 laps to go. How exciting was that, Kingaroy? But sadly, it's all over. Jamie Oldfield's out of the car, ladies and gentlemen. How about putting your hands together for an awesome drive? And what a race it was to that point. Rhino, you're down there.
I am. I'll quickly grab Jamie. The crowd's just gone nuts for you, mate. What a performance.
I'm glad I put on a show.
You certainly did, mate.
Absolutely chatted for myself, my team, Braztech, and everyone that's been a part of me getting over here. The track came up awesome for the feature. It was really racy. Had a great car, but when I stuck my nose under Barry, I had no power steering. I thought, I've got to give it a go anyway, but we got him, and then when he got back under me, I nearly stuck it in the fence, and at some point I'm going to wreck this thing if I keep going the way I'm going, so you just got to call it quits.
Yeah, hard luck, mate. Absolutely fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, how about another round of applause for Jamie Oldfield?
Out yet again, and well, you heard him. He actually hit the lead with no power steering. An awesome drive, but it amounts to naught. 9 laps to go in the national final here at Kingaroy. Is there another twist in the tail? Can John Lodge stay with Anthony Bear? With 9 laps to go, up into the western corner in front of this massive crowd at the showgrounds. Third place is that of Lenny Bates as they head down the back straight. Bear starts to open up once again, but there are podium places on the line for everybody else. So Bear leads, Lodge, Bates, Heinrich on the inside, the 2 green cars. Behind them would be Jamie Locke and Mark Jennings as they come out of the western corner. It is the 46 car of Anthony Bear who leads. He'll come up with 7 laps to go in the national final for SRE and for Speedway Sedans Australia. They're running 2 and 3 wide out after him. Look at the battle for the minor placings. Second place in the national titles, not to be sneezed at. At the moment, it's John Lodge. Reese Heinrich is there on the outside. He's on the inside, and on the outside is Lenny Bates. They come out of 3 and 4 once again. It's not over yet. Lenny Bates on the outside, Heinrich the inside. That's for 3rd and 4th. They're right behind John Lodge. They'll come up this time with 5 to go, and here comes Heinrich and Lodge either side of the blue car in the middle, which is John Lodge. So it's Heinrich, Lodge, and back then to Lenny Bates. Bates on the outside now of Lodge. This is for 3rd and 4th. An awesome battle for the minor placings, but Anthony Bear has got destiny in his hands. He's got 4 laps to negotiate to become the first driver to win 3 national titles in a row. They're 4 laps from the finish, and Reese Heinrich is still close enough. Back in 3rd place, John Lodge. On the inside is Lenny Bates. Right behind the pair of them is Jamie Locke, then Mick Dan and Mark Jennings as they head down the back straight once again. And, Reese Heinrich is closing the gap. The margin last time around was 1 second. This time around, there's a car length in it with 3 to go. And Reese Heinrich, well, he's right up behind Anthony Bear. And there's smoke coming out of Anthony Bear's car. Then 2 cars have spun. The cars have spun up there in the western corner. Oh, 2 of them have gone around. Mick Dan is one of them. The other was Steve Gardner. And there is smoke coming out of Anthony Bear's car. The front left-hand tyre looks like it's going down. And Anthony Bear might be out.
Oh, a boilover.
Oh, my goodness. What drama.
I saw it broken. Well, something's given away, or it's a flat tyre, or that's popped because it was broken.
Yeah, Mick Dan is OUT.
Three laps to go. We know the leader has an ailing car.
Saddle up, this is going to be big.
And I'm not writing Anthony Bear off, but if he doesn't win, we've got a new winner. He's out. He's going infield. The tyre is blown. Anthony Bear is out.
On the crowded cheered. Oh
my goodness. We're going to get a new winner. Anthony Bear's car has fallen apart 3 laps from the finish. And Reese Heinrich, who was rear of field on lap 4 of 40, is in front. Lenny Bates in second place as they go out of the western corner. Back to John Lodge as they head down the back straight. And Mark Jennings, 21 years after he won it before, is there now in third place. They've got 2 laps to go, Kingaroy. Down the back straight they go. And Reese Heinrich is almost certainly going to win the most unlikely victory. And I don't know when we last had someone come to the back of the field in a race to win. He's got 1 lap to go. Reese Heinrich from South Australia. They're 3 wide for second place. Lenny Bates, also Mark Jennings, Lodge and McClure as they go out of turn 2. But come on, Kingaroy, he's only got to negotiate the last turn. He's going to come from last to win the national title. Reese Heinrich wins. Blanket go for the Miners. Bates second. Third place goes to John Lodge. Mark Jennings is 4th, 21 years after he won it before. Brad McClure is 5th. Morris Ahern, who I hardly ever called in the race, is 6th. Stephen Gardner is 7th. Craig Buchanan and Stephen English. They are your finishers. Put your hands together for Reese Heinrich from last on lap 4 to the national champion. Placings are unofficial, of course, but what a race.
Presentations will be in the pit area in Spencer Race Engine Victory Lane. Come and join us down in the pits. We'll get all the winners down there and we'll crown our champion. We'll let Jason come down and do that. We've got a representative for Spencer Race Engines to help us out with the trophy presentations. Ladies and gentlemen, we might be able to get some donuts from him perhaps. Yeah, Kingaroy, please stand and applaud. What a performance. The South Australian, the Green Machine, coming on that side. Oh yeah! Now we're talking. Oh, he's pumped, and why wouldn't he be on the back straight? Your turn now to make some noise. Oh yeah, over there, your turn. Good to see you all up on your feet, people. You saw something pretty remarkable. And I hope you can all come down and join us in the pits for the trophy presentation. Yeah. Big celebrations down here on the infield. What a job. Everyone's pumped. We're going to grab a quick word. Hey, Reece, you knew you're Australian champion, mate. Well done.
I honestly don't believe it. I don't believe it.
Pretty impressive. And you were sent rear.
Oh, all on my own too. How bad's that? I know when we started 11th, Foley started 11th a few years ago, he won it. I know we could do it, but I didn't expect from the back. But oh my God, Kingaroy Speedway, loving it, mate.
Absolutely, mate. We'll let you get in there. We're going to come out to Victory Lane in the pit, so saddle up. We'll get him up into Victory Lane. We'll get Jason Crow.
Australia National Street Stock title here at the Lucas Oil Kingaroy Speedway. Proudly brought to you by SRE this weekend. And we'd like to call up Andy Maxwell, who's representing SRE today. How about putting your hands together for SRE? They've sponsored the last couple. Thank you for being here, Andy. And we've got presentations for 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd and 1st, obviously. And helping with the presentations is the CEO of Speedway Sedans Australia in Greg Lind. Before we have the presentations, I want everyone to put their hands together for the South Burnett Speedway Club here at Kingaroy for an awesome national title. Thanks to everyone who has had anything to do with this. And it was also, as you might have guessed, our first attempt at live streaming, which had massive numbers. More than 2,200 turned up to watch the national final a moment ago. So street stock racing in Australia is alive and well. There's no doubt about that. Okay, in 5th place, in car number 54. The last 2 years he's been the runner-up. This year he was in 5th. Put your hands together for Brad McClure. Hi Brad, it was a pretty warm night. You started on the front row in the final. You were there for a while, but you went back in the field and then come back.
Yeah, I got to be honest, it was fatigue that got me. I mean, the heat of the weekend, I started the race, I was almost out of breath, just trying to keep my body temperature down. And obviously a young man's game now, I think. Keep those young blokes coming back to the front, so fair effort. Yeah, credit to all my sponsors and family and an extended family that has come and give me the support. Everyone at home watching, it's been an amazing event. Obviously the inaugural live streaming of the national title, so onwards and upwards from here for the SSA with the coverage. Everyone here, I reckon you got your money's worth tonight. Commiserations to Barry. Some people love him, some people hate him, but you got to admit he's a top driver, and just to have that happen so close to the finish, so bad luck Barry. All the other drivers, Reece, well done mate. The other place getters, congratulations.
There we are, ladies and gentlemen, in 5th place, Brad McClure. In 4th place, the man who's made Hawaiian shirts fashionable again. In 1991, he won the national title. He had a 20-year break and he come back, and he's back in the top 5. Put your hands together for him. It's Mark Jennings. Well, we meet again. Not a bad performance.
No, it was not too bad actually. I went away pretty well at the start and felt, geez, I'm too old for this, but got a bit knocked around by a couple of young kids, got the rack taken out, and a bit of Armstrong. We never used to have power hook in the day, so tried to settle in a groove. The bottom wasn't working, the top was a bit, and we just a few dropped out, so we're pretty lucky. But yeah, there's a couple of young kids who were pretty keen and want a bit of bash and tumble, but that's stockies. And next year it'll be in your home territory. Yeah, Speedway City. I haven't raced there for a long time. The lady up there was a bit hard to deal with, but looking forward to going there in April in MJS and carving it up and see how we go next year.
Back in your day, it would have been Speedway Park.
No, it wasn't Rolly Park.
Few people you'd like to thank.
Yeah, I'd like to thank Reg and Kat and Patriot Motorsport team. They're so passionate. Without them, I wouldn't have a ride. All Reg's sponsors, there's Worth and Arnold's Fruit and just heaps. Lucas Oil's come on board for the title, help us out, and there's just heaps there. I'm not sure of them all. So, but no, without that, I wouldn't have a ride. And next week we go to Toowoomba and then on to Gympie. So,
there we are, ladies and gentlemen, in 4th place tonight. Put your hands together for Mark Jennings. In 3rd place, the Victorian champion, John Lodge. Come in, John. It was a pretty close run affair for the minor placings there in the last half dozen laps.
Oh, it was next level, wasn't it? I went to the low, went to the high. There's a little bit of tapping and that, but that last dive and just come off without any harm. So I thought I'd done well and got third. So I'm happy with that. My first SSA Australian title, so it'll do. I'll be back, but.
I'm sure you will be. You had a pretty good weekend right the way through. You had a pretty good run in the final up until the last few laps. A few dropped out. There was only 3 to go when there was that last stoppage. You would have known that Anthony has just gone to the infield and you were in with a big chance.
Yeah, well, I did smell the smoke and I'm like, oh, here comes third and then maybe second. But at the end of the day, it's just what it is, and I'm speechless, you know.
A few people you'd like to thank?
Yeah, I would like to John Lodge Water Cartage. He's the man. Mum, and then we've got K's Beats, Dyno Tuning, Highway Ford, SRE Engines, and girlfriend, sister, brother-in-law, and all the people at home that are watching, cheering me on. No, they know who they are, but just thanks everyone, and Queensland track is still one of the best.
There we are, ladies and gentlemen, in third place. Up on the podium, John. In third, John Lodge. In second place, another mean greenie car. In second in the 74, Lenny Bates. Well, Lenny, you came here back in November and you were undefeated. You won all 3 heats in the feature. Yeah. Then you won the first heat last night, so you were 5 from 5, and you were right there in the thick of it all the way through the final, and you've come out with second place in the national title.
Yeah, I can't believe it. I really can't. I would have been rapt to be undefeated, but I'm super rapt even second.
A few people you'd like to thank. It was obviously a tough gig in those cars in the hot conditions.
First, I'd like to thank Reg. He lent me a couple of tyres tonight for the final because I was struggling otherwise. Good Guys Performance Centre. Smooth suspension, pristine panels, he's at home watching, and also I'd like to thank Anthony and all his crew giving me a hand over the weekend. And I'd like to thank Lisa, Emily and Dean, my son.
There we go, in second place is Lenny Bates. Now, before we present the winner, this person doesn't know I'm about to do this. 4 years ago, there were no street stock in Queensland. One person had a bit of a vision to get street stock up into the northern states and make it truly national. I want Ryan Harris to come up because he was one of the instigators of street stock in Queensland, and he's got a lot to do with how this has got to be where it is today. How about putting your hands together for Ryan Harris? Come here. We had an awesome time all weekend, and this must mean a lot for you because, as I said 4 years ago, there were none. You were a pioneer, you were a mobile chicane many times out there on the track, and now you said last night you've left it to the professionals.
Yeah, that's right. This is unreal. This is what it was all about. We went to Murray Bridge a heap of times and down there and saw street stock racing and went, that's cool. And someone said, you're an idiot if you want to go and race one of them, Rhino, if you've never raced before. But we did it, and SB0 was the first one we registered in Queensland, and there was Alan Nottage and Jared Ash as well. He was one, and Josh Arthur and heaps of other guys. There was 4 or 6 of us. I think we did 26 shows in the first year, just going to all these venues. And anyway, look what's happened. It's unreal.
Well, I'll let you read out the winner of the national title for this year.
And we better make some noise. Unbelievable. Reese Heinrich!
Thanks, buddy. You look a bit nervous.
Oh mate, I'm actually busting for the toilet. I think I took about 3 within 30 seconds before the race, and triple checked and quadruple checked, and I can't believe it. I hope someone's got a video because this is just incredible. Dream come true.
Well, it was live streamed to millions of people around the world. Now, well, let's go back to lap 4. You spun out all by yourself and you're sent to the rear of the field. 36 laps later, you're the national champion.
Hey, all on my own too. How bad's that? Yeah. Lucky it happened at the start of the race, put it that way, because I seen we had only done, 4 laps, and I knew at the start of the race, I just kept thinking, 11th, Foley started 11th a few years back, and he won it, we can do it. Then when I got sent rear, all on my own, Jamie and there's a couple other guys that, have done it from the rear, nearly from the rear, and now we've done it. It's just incredible.
With 3 laps to go, you're sitting behind Anthony, you're rolling around, you would have seen the smoke that was coming out of the car. What were you thinking when he pulled off here on the back straight?
Yeah, the car wasn't sitting too good. I was a bit disappointed. I wanted to race clean with Barry. Mate, he's just an absolute idol. He's taught me so much. It was funny because we were making a joke in the pits. Barry, Batesy, me all lined up pitting with each other, and we made the joke 1, 2, 3, and we almost had it there with 3 laps. And I just can't believe it. I'm so lucky to be here. Locks and Tank and Drain, they got me here. I wasn't coming, and unfortunately I can't do the next 2. Just work and money and that kind of thing. And to make this trip, it's just incredible. The family at home, my dad, he is just the biggest inspiration to me. He's got me where I am today, and my brothers and my girlfriend now, and all my family. It's huge. All my sponsors, Razzie, Squiggles. I mean, this car was just insane. Did what I wanted to do. Unfortunately, we rubbed a couple cars on the way past, and I'm sorry about that for them guys. And at Kingaroy Speedway, it just from the very start this weekend, it was incredible. So I can't thank so many people. It's just incredible.
Did you see the white flag at the last lap?
Yeah, I did. I seen the checkers for the first time this weekend, I think. And oh God, I don't know what happened after that. I just went blank. So.
There we are, ladies and gentlemen. How about putting hands together for our new national champion in Reese Heinrich? And keep that applause going for the top 5. Brad McClure 5th, Mark Jennings 4th, John Lodge in 3rd place, Lenny Bates the runner-up, and our winner is Reese Heinrich. Once again, put your hands together for all 5 as they take the podium. And that does wrap up what has been an awesome weekend here at Kingaroy. No, it's all right. Go for it.
Just kick the board out from under your feet. Put your feet behind it. Now you're all dressed.
4th night of a 4-night Summer Slam, and what a fantastic job the boys have done, not just the drivers but fantastic crews that have supported these guys from Gympie to Brisbane to Toowoomba, and tonight rounding it out at Kingaroy. Ladies and gentlemen, our 3 podium getters tonight. The wily old man of Super Sedans joins us on the bottom step in 3rd spot. Ladies and gentlemen, Mick Nicola. Well done, big fella.
Yeah, it was a tough old deal. We had a bit of trouble after the first night and kept the pit crew working all night. Had 1 hour sleep. But we come good the last couple of good races, so yeah, it's been a good weekend for us.
A big effort to come from down south to come up to Queensland, but you love this place, you love coming up here.
Very talented drivers. We don't get as many down in Victoria, so it's good to come up and race with some good drivers.
Absolutely fantastic. Mate, I know you want to thank the crew and all the sponsors on that car.
Yeah, definitely the crew, Kempy and Rick, they've done a fantastic job this weekend. It's been tough. And the girls for letting us get away, and National Warranty Company and Lucas Oils.
Absolutely fantastic. We talked about it a little bit earlier, mate. Are you ready to do it again next year?
Yeah, it was like I said. If it wasn't for the first night, we would have done it a lot better. Yeah.
Let's do that 4 nights all over again, mate. Get up there on that 3rd place podium, ladies and gentlemen. Mick Nicola. Well, I'll tell you what, folks, this young man has impressed everywhere he has gone. We did a little interview earlier this afternoon, and out of his 4 tracks, he has really dug the old Gympie racetrack. Ladies and gentlemen, he's all the way from South Australia. He is a hot shoe young talent. Please put your hands together for 2nd place, Ryan Alexander. What a day, brother.
Thanks, dude. You know, I'd like to thank everyone that...
Well, get you coming this side. I think that'd be the better idea, wouldn't it, Jared? Yes, that's better.
I'd like to thank everyone that's made this trip possible. You know, the Queensland Super Sedan Association for putting this series on. Mum, Dad, Stephen Leanne from National Karate, Dave from NZ, West Torrens Dyno, AccuRemovals.com, Adelaide Computer Tax Services, Pete, Dennis, everyone that helps out does an amazing effort.
Mate, once again, we did speak about it. Same with Mick. You really did love this 4 days. It was fantastic, wasn't it?
Yeah, you know, it's a great little series, and everyone that's done the series done an amazing job. Most of the cars come away pretty straight, I think. And yeah, I will be back next year.
More taxing on the crews than on the drivers?
Yeah, I think so, because you know, all the crews have got to prepare the cars each day, while us drivers get to sit back and relax most of the time.
And great to see the 2 Dominators start on the front row and absolutely dominate the whole night tonight.
Yeah, you know, it's absolutely awesome for Dominator race cars and Inbocher race parts. You know, last 2 nights have been Dominators 1, 2 and 3.
Absolutely brilliant. Mate, jump up there, grab that 2nd place. Congratulations, well done. Can't wait to see you back here next year, fella.
Thank you.
Good on you, buddy. Well, ladies and gentlemen, he has absolutely throttled them. From night number 1 right through to night number 4, every trophy has had the number 1 on it. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, our dominating DK Darren Kane. Brother, the 36 just on rails over the 4 days.
Yeah, no, had a good run, bit of a dream run. Like, always knew we'd be a good chance to, you know, be up there, but you got to have a lot of luck in these sort of shows, and you know, to everything to fall our way. And the car was been really good the whole 4 shows. A bit loose in that feature there. We just sort of freed it up a little bit after the last heat, but I was just saying to Rhino about the streeties, when they go back the other way, they always bring the moisture up, and that's what they used to do in Tassie, so you'd always free your car up. But yeah, no, it was a great result. Congratulations to Mick and Ryan tonight. You know, it was like a pretty good race. Just like to thank Ian Botcher very much for letting me drive the car. All the guys and the crew, they're all worn out too. So you know, thank Brenton very much, and Greg, David, Toddy, Shane, Nathan, Rob, my dad, and obviously sponsors on the car like Ian Botcher Race Parts, Motorsport Fuels, DW Racewear, and Dominator Race Cars.
Just quickly, has Shane behaved himself or what?
No, he said to me, he goes, I don't know how you do this all the time, you know, the heat, because, you know, it's been so hot the last 4 shows, and the racing's been okay, it's just the heat. It's really knocked us all around. Certainly
has. Want to do it again next year?
Oh, definitely, mate. Like I said, we just make it a Queensland thing, and don't worry about any other states. They've got to come up here. You know, our division's strong, and, you know, when you see all the people turn up tonight, we just got to pan it in with all the other races.
Great to see the old and the young on the podium.
Yeah, no, it's really good, mate. Ryan's done sensational in this series, and I bet he's learned a lot, and it'll make him a better driver.
Mate, big fan of Super Sedans, you know that. Big fan of Darren Kane's. Ladies and gentlemen, he's won it 1, 2, 3, 4. Put your hands together for Darren Kane.
Thanks very much.
Good on you, mate. Jump up there on that top step. Well, ladies and gentlemen, he has absolutely smashed them this weekend.